and smart Monday morning ya bobo anu ya de ba ababe somo ene year the 7th day of the month of April 2025 kakra ye kwaye nime was the month of April mu weekend no na mamu to say in terms of one Kastle personal life no na to say and afi ago kan sie mo no no na ko said the ma it seems say investors eboka over the weekend come and invested boka because Saturday no the Arsenal for year kick off no can be aguye the kaka so we are bema more than times and say fear women fear women apart from fearing women no the next thing that we must fear as a guy early kickoffs ebe say won yema and just now ne Everton game no ye dene Arsenal to me anwini game no amani Arsenal for mo some about league ne dey as ayeka mamo ahu na no achi na say Robert beba because Robert no so betuma boa after Arsenal send yema Robert baya na Real Madrid enso akoka agu ti fie Santiago Bernabeu ho ama Valencia for after 17 solid years 17 years mini be bia na migina sa time no Aba Bernabeu be Madrid Hugo Drew former Madrid player no ono be Madrid amate say omo anya 3 points ne ko ti Madrid Lucy say niema na mo a za basa fon so be say niema 1-1 anso say no ti mbi kan dey eka by pa because eno asokra nyema say Liverpool first half ne gunu miensa yes suban nie Chelsea ne Brentford over 0.5 mpo anyeye obi anshabi den ti we can games ne to dwa investors aboka but mo amunya nsuo no me no maya de ma manya bia no mo so no midweek games wo manya bia no ne nyina mu sebia de ba was the major leagues in Europe games to dwa results no ene de ba be sumo dwumade so Paris Saint-Germain what is na nyum ni twade go with 6 more games to go already ya crowning one of the champions in France ya de musem no e beba with other issues the free amano ne eba no e beba chedi ama the Manchester derby ni where say friendly derby we na friendly derby be antumi nche okay ya de beba e will show you so near the nkomo ye be fear be share the other issues they will fear near the first segment of the show the be nkomo enche bia na coach Maxwell Kunedu kopie mu our South America koye adwuma de ma FCL Leopards na anye ye agya no kwan abakrom ha obekasa wo se de enti a South Africa for no omuntu kwan bebrebe no is because said do na ne be wo mo no na se sika ofie kakra Niema kakra ofie ntin more travel. But is that the only issue? I say na Ghana ha no ye no ye ba we ye no ahokyere ne ye wo ya wuti wani a fa ma ba pie. Ze bia ba pie ne nye ahokyere nko akuro mu nti no. Wa wo ho be pre wo nyini nyina na wo ho pre say obetu kwan Africa Ghana ha kwa ma no ne. Is that the issue nti ma Ghana players no? Ye travel bebrebe na and there other issues e ka ho na no Richmond Lamte. Kwame na Richmond Lamte sika wo gye no. Ewo Africa hey ya o tu kwan koye no ne salary award no abosome mienu miensa akatua no the whole Ghana Premier League scared that so you can just imagine enti akwantu na boys need to no because of ahokyere ya wo ya to munti na ma ye tu kwan no akopiem a South Africa for the omo ya ngo man to ahokyere munti na omuntu kwan no and there are other issues and no na ma Ghana players ent na fa ko hanum say you better sound one on the first segment of the show. Yeah, we are. Ghana Premier League game set to with 26 and it was interesting. Kumasi San take on the Kokoball draw. House of Folk and a win, but still then song Krofweni. Coach Abu Bakar Waktara Wakasafa hon ya the beba. Benjamin Asare. Is it the new face of goalkeeping in Ghana na? Or returning to where House of Folk posting after a call Blasters camp on Oba, you know. Everyone over done the first game. Once again, clean sheet will keep them house team no. Any other results it told you table no koroko for BM 2 points and a demo many go stars mu. Any other issues about the baba. Hey, remember that kind of dwarfs game no. Omuntu mi ko win and perhaps dwarfs end me anwini. Ya ka ha sharks. Omuntu mi ko win and perhaps sharks end me anwini. Ya ka say UCC youngsters game no dene. Empire dene. Omo bo draw fie. Name surprisingly, Swadro All Blacks, Omokwa away, but quite heroes, Kwati Omote, Emunsem no, ya de beba, would be Shiwane Gnimu. Black Queens of Ghana, ya kind, Omudin Kunim, wherefore, let us say the beba, on the show. Any and 15 for moko PM Israel for ye almost no torno a moon seminano. Ye the beba will show you so command the doors so moons word any Monday to Kayaho. Na so no ye fam ramidin at the Miss Ruby Adams and pay ye streaming live on Facebook Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join the show no Facebook and pay baby mommy like na share file comments bra making kind to me at the amount what text message and a WhatsApp message 550 743 143 0244 743 143 for our messages ever hobra Medi Bracken can show no so to me at the amount.
The real sports is here.
It's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Medase anopay sefidie no da Kastle 90.3 FM. Na wutie Robert Mensah Sports and ase kese pa ena mede ma wo ye de wase pi ye de wase pa ye ni so de we ma ya brebia brena brebia wa fidie nda hanko a show no abrebia utie ye da wase papa na ya fast da ma ya bo afa no pay high sense kitchen appliance promo ni enyanwie yo ochina eka ho ochina na ewie ntima honya ha Never mo high sense showroom ebe wona kwajo high sense kitchen appliance mesi enei sa ope eye sandwich maker bi ope juicers toasters and ope gas cookers electric cookers and dishwashers ope eye microwaves air fryers steamers ni na bi ebuso ewo high sense showroom eye kitchen appliance promo enterprises ni na abafom ma honya hapa na also ekọ na kwaje wode wo mu showrooms across the nation kaise omo ankran okumase takra de takwa okọ obo ase kofodua sunyane tachiman tamale na afi hoho no eho nyina high sense ewo ho na owo mfimfim mantem ha kaise omo mankesim he ya Blue Hills restaurant e wan take alcohol na kwaje high sense quality product kaise obefre 0302 550000 0302 550000 high sense everyday prices for everyday people. Betway bet influence and in kind of sentence mama pa we can how many of you and share mo code with others tie pa sikano abedwa Betway so into ultra bet na wunya sika ni bidi nya no ko a yes share your code with others u code no share it with others na afoforo so hu u code ni bi na omo so no entumi entwa enya sika no bi entumi ni to be sure wa share bet na e ma ne nka nko ho no ma ya no wa share with others na omo so atumi atwa no atumi a 4% e wo ho na be bia aye fine e the amount. It doesn't matter if it's a win or loss. If they better obe ene wo cash tie obet na wa hye na obi kwakotwa bie no ti da FK ke hye bet man krofo mu kotwa omunie no wo hye man krofo na sempo wu twa bi na wo de mo no mu kotwa na semu nyina mo ani a omu kwa twa bi ne nko ade wo benya sika wo ho adi enti bet bi hye man krofo omu so twa bi omuni Betway bet influencer no e na maka ho asem no so no etumi e de amawo e wo dwumade no so kanation and so set terms and conditions apply kai se Betway for dwumade nyina no is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana tie papa ya bet the responsible way. Betway for say get way more. It's 28 minutes past 6 on Kastle 90.3 FM. Yebekwa on the FK Katna City Koho near Koshaman on Insma Hodo and Sakano. Kaisa after the foreign presentation, you brought the first segment of the show. Is it because South Africa for no? Ya woman with a silver spoon, entino, and a debiano, sorry, no moon to Kwamutu Mukromo. Ghana had a hientina debiano, ya we are to hear mu. And are there other issues, factors are affecting a player exodus in the country. Coach Maxwell Konedo and a Sansemi will copy more South African observation on also at media by bedding come on that on the first segment of the show. We are now other issues now. I catch no yet to me and so Eddie at also on the show. A very good week and I expect it will GD pa Sarah dear when you call weekend no this weekend this weekend so no obema see ye papa near here nyina say one kasa no obehwe ho so ye drivers mon drive very carefully ma mo de nkofo ma ko school mo hwe ye papa munim how our rules nature udu curve mu a men ko speed be brain overtaking our curve mu junction so yen ko speed p yes ramo week mu ma kwanhia dodo na e kokoso no etu ntwa ye hwe hu su ye na erade nso ye adrom na week no obema na sie ye FKK and peme na kwaba no fa yen ko amanone na Monday morning a new week any ashase no ye hwe de word man pay FKK good morning.
Good morning.
Bibia ya bokwa no pay die.
Erade adom.
Ye da erade ase weekend so call bokwa die.
Sure.
De da erade ase. Da bia de na kwan so. Invested worker. Me who set Saturday in bright can come do the senior man. Chamos. Hey! Afenya di amfa man crofo. Me who so as I drop pay another one for Sunday ba. Me nim die na e betway odds. Am say e fa man crofo dia. Until the weekend, no Madrid for any Arsenal, Barca, Umunina can guye. But still, you now so for the midweek UEFA Champions League. And I was Champions League go on, man.
Of course.
Champions League go on, Tino. I said, "Oh, the guard ne patemo mobile dear," and it is a befa. Emirates, and
na me obisa za na me just so
for Emirates. Oh, say patemo mobile. Oh, the guard no you now rest. More resty obi ho.
We hear say rest obi.
Champions League. Ntisa you don't rest. Na still as if ebuka enwe.
Say obi o hwe bia hu say koto andam. Na
akoda no.
Loni so so andam. Third choice on ka ho kra.
No be die ho.
Of course.
Mo born me hu ni ye. I say Jude must not of to train hu obo ni. I don't know. As a man hu the marriage dedication na ahoden na modibo game no. Man said them who that fighting spirit, no, like that, dear Mark. Okay, yeah, sure, the base for Champions League. Of course, on my idea.
Diamonds of the game, no more winning.
Of course, winning goal. No.
So they did well.
They did well.
First time in 17 years.
Sure.
We are kokwasa obi be
sure. Kwasa no de omo ye kokwasa no na e de afọ kon ho sa no. Anti not in swajinija. Hey, eja kono so. Okay. It's 30 minutes past 6. Young Kwame on Nimra.
Yeah, Kwame on the paying 7 or your bro results. I would have. And I associate me a boy chair, the Kastle 90.3 FM. Action and air packed. Various European sentences and 5 from said, yeah, to do an idea to Minosana, ye see air corner. We bet you live on Facebook. Who do a comment in about Nakin kind. The amount other social media platforms on your active in any boromu. Na yen so yentimi ngura ho na yentimi ndi App Store, Play Store, download an app no audio no eno so betimi etie bebo ye pa yengura mu na resource na yahase emfa free England weekend yi eda eye efiada no in fact memenda no na ehase enso etimi ede eba ewe anim na okokopie mu dia Everton etimi tire fi omani Arsenal ekote 1-1 ena sa game no enso ekowie ne modern ye pa indiai ebo penalty shared my Everton sans na Leandro Trossard etisa kanon so ede ama Arsenal Football Club na Crystal Palace bobo kono etine fi omoje 2 red cards na so now mo just good enough so metime winning 2-1 over Brighton and Hove Albion arantia friend Jean-Philippe Mateta ebo gonu ba ko sanso ena kokopiem dia Daniel Munoz ebo second goal no Danny Welbeck kinete ba ko edema Brighton and Hove Albion Ipswich etine fi Wolverhampton Wanderers etro mo kocho me kan mienu emo monso etimo ba ko Liam Delap and it is a canabako and so my Ipswich Town Sanso and a Pablo Sarabia Eshe Goni bi Sanso and a winning goal no a Jurgen a Strand Larson and so a boy a dema with some Covini Sag Gemno ewa awe West Ham Tenefie 2 Emma Bournemouth and so 82 no Sag Gemme Kudus o Diagro Papa Fukuk Eshe Kanuba Quadma West Ham Sanso and a Gerard Bowen and so the second goal ne pay so Ivan Nelson and about 2 goals no and so Edema Bournemouth almost went to Saya Kano Aston Villa Tenefie 2 Nottingham Forest almost went to me at Timo Bako Rogers and a Daniel Malen and about 2 goals no at the Emma a Aston Villa Sanso na Kopima Arantia Fanny Jota Silva and so Bako at the Emma a yet Nottingham Forest Boko na Enra de Koye Brentford Tenefie Chelsea Ebo 0-0 Samson Fulham Esher 3 Liverpool Etimo 2 Ryan Sessegnon Ebo Goni bi Alex Iwobi Eddie bi Episo Sanso and Rodrigo Muniz enso ebo third goal no enso ede ma Fulham McAllister Alexis ene tie baako sanso na Luis Diaz enso tie baako eka ho ede ma Liverpool Boboko na Tottenham omo hye bia chesei omo hye Mensah ema Southampton enso eti mu baako ewo sa game no na Brilliant Johnson share 2 goals sanso ena Branty friend Matthias Tel enso boss third goal no epio so ede ema Tottenham na Fernandes ono nso esia kandema Southampton Matheus Fernandes na tebako enso etimi ede ema omo na nei de awie ye United Manchester derby no omo anto atena wo Old Trafford Man City enso so entimi anto atena ewo sa game no mo ene Leicester City ebo Newcastle United 7 p.m. sa game no so betimi abaso ewo honom yento aso na yenko La Liga Spain na yenhwese de nyoma enso ekokori omo so game na ehya eda efiada no de tie ne se Rayo Vallecano tena fie Spain kotwa mu 4-0 Girona memenda no tena fie ma Deportivo Alavés ekotwa mu 1-0 Real Madrid tena fie Valencia ekotwa mu 2-1 ewo sa game no Vinicius Junior se penalty ne so sa bete bako edema Real Madrid wabra na Diakabi sanso na Hugo Dro abo 2 goals nso edema Valencia Boboko na Real Mallorca etena fie Emma Celta de Vigo ekotwa mu 2-1 ewo musu game no so etime baso na Martin version ehye go no bako tika bako so edema Real Mallorca wabra na kopima Branty friend Alphonse Gonzalez abo first go ama Fer Lopez so abo second ede ama Celta Vigo from Barca she bako etine fie Emma Real Betis so ekokote sai kano Gavi and about first goal 7th minute no share 17th and a branch on your friend Nathan ete sai kano edema Real Betis go fufrobia amba mubium and rada de tienie Las Palmas nefie Emma Real Sociedad omukotwa mu 3-1 ewo musu game baso no McBurney and eteba kwa edema Las Palmas wa brana Mikel Oyarzabal abo first goal sanso and a branch your friend Sergio Gomez abo second goal and Sana Kokopima third goal no and so Efreya John Aramburu onso by omko wini sa game no ewo away Sevilla etne fie to atne dikan Atletico Madrid ebete eshe winning goal no Julian Alvarez and Kano Barrios and eshe winning goal no Wabrana Agome ashe first goal and so edi ama Sevilla Boboko no na Real Valladolid etne fie ma Hetafe ekotwome kanen 9 ama Valladolid foi entimi anti bakokra Mauro Arambari eshe goni bi sanso ena Raymond Terat eshe second goal onwa eshe third goal esa edi pie so ema fourth goal no Domingos Duarte ene sheye enso edi ema Hetafe omu winning side game Villarreal ene Athletic Bilbao 0-0 ena ekowiene Leganes etnefi no mo abo 7 p.m. amoni Osasuna enso ebetimi abonte ne Leganes boko no ena omo tnefi na Monday Night Football na no so aba so yenhwe Germany Bochum omo etnefi ema Stuttgart ekotwa mu 4-0 ewo mu game no so eba so no Chabot ebo first goal ede momsanso ena Branty friend Demirovic enso share 3 enso ede epie so enti Medin Demirovic ono eshe hat-trick etimi boaye ema mu ekowini sa game no away from home na Heidenheim etine fie ma Leverkusen ekotwe for boa nanso de hia mo ye 90+1 ena Buendia enso share the only goal epie mu edema Leverkusen na uromo a na unim se ade a Friday no na Bayern for no omo etimi akodi nkunim dadantene hu benya Leverkusen so betimi akwa sa game no na bibia konkan enso ede amom Bayern for no ekwawe share 3-1 over Augsburg Boboko no na de tie eno no ewo ho Jamal Musiala otimi ehye bi Samson Hurricane bobi sanso ena Matsima ebo ongwa de baba Musiala ekokoprae ewo esa game na sabre ombe asese no ewo ho na yenko yanim na nhwe Dortmund etwa Freiburg ekotwa mu 4-1 Abranty friend Karim Adeyemi obogoni bi sanso ena Chukwuemeka ehye bi Seu Gurashi EDB account sanso na Gettins enso share enso ede emom Egesten ena etebako ede maye Freiburg Boboko no na Mainz etnefie eni Hosenke ebo 1-1 Leipzig share 3 Hoffenheim etimo bako Benjamin Sesko ebo goni bi sanso ena Roma Branty friend ye Riedel Baku enso EDB account sanso na Yusuf Paulsen and so share Ted Gono and so my Leipzig Biskov or no so Baako Eddie Emma Hoffenheim Boko Werder Bremen about 2 goals Emma Eintracht Frankfurt Omonso so entimi ante Baako kra wo game baso Oliver Bake and so HB Sanso Enakokupima Brantia Fenner Romano Smith and so a boss second goal etimi Eddie Emma Enra St. Polish Baako Mönchengladbach etie Union Berlin ehye 1 Emma Wurzburg omo entimi ante sa ekano kwa yenhwe Siriano sedi esi ekoyeye ehonum na Monza etine fie makomo kotwa mu 3-1 Parma she 2 Inter Milan so etimi ehye ete sa tuni na Internedi kan hye omo 2 goals no Matthew Damian Ebobi sanso na Marcus Thuram enso edibi epie so Abrantie Fene Benabi etibi sanso ena Ondrejka enso etie edi Parma entiene Interfo take 2 goals lead nenso Parma for no ebetete second AC Milan any Fiorentina so ebo 2-2 ewo mu game so no Tammy Abraham ebo first goal Luka Jovic enso ebo second Edema Milan sanso ena Tao ebo own goal edi Emma yes Edema Fiorentina and san ne Moiskin so etimi a second ne equalizing goal no enso edi Emma Fiorentina Boko no enra say na games so no enso esi ekowie ewo honom ade a leshe tenefie Shebako Venezia Empoli tenefie ni Cagliari 0-0 ne koye Torino Shebako Hellas Verona Lazio Atlanta ekotwa mu Kanabako a omo entimi ante Isaacson ene boss ago na de emo Roma Shebako Juve enso etimi Locatelli Juve ekano ede emo Abrantie Freno Shomorodov enso ene share Roma Boko no ekano enso etimi ede emo ne Bologna tenefie na omo so ene Napoli enso ede awentam so French Ligue no PSG tenefie omo Shebako Angers entimi anti Doué ena ehye sa ekano ede ema PSG Bressois ehye 2 Monaco etimo Bako Lyon ehye 2 Emma Lille enso so etimi Bako Alexander Lacazette ebo goal sanso na Ryan Cherky ebo winning goal no ede Emma Lyon Diakite ena Bako enso ede Emma Lille Boko no na de tie ne se no a games no so ehwegu ye no yensesa mfama Roma Lens ehye Bako Emma Saint-Etienne entimi ante Montpellier tenafie Le Havre ekoto amotwa mo academy no a omonso so entimi anti-bi ewo ho na Reims etnefie Strasbourg ekotwa mo 1-0 sanso na weze eto Rennes ekotwa mo 1-0 Marseille etnefie share 3 Emma Toulouse omonso so etimo mienu ewo mu game a eno so etimi eba Mason Greenwood obviously na ni dim ewo scoring chart no a ono ebo baako Adel Rabiot edibi episo Suazo enso ehye bi edema Marcel Magri sanso ena Sierra ena team no edema Toulouse Boko no ehonsem no sana esi etie ewo hom na yentoa so na yenhwe se de ne league log no table no esi akwakoya ne wo okwa na so wuro ewo Premier League na Liverpool ewom so mo drop 3 maximum points no nanso enough ede emo de tie no so mo ehru adikan eho no mo ekuta 73 points Arsenal toso mienu ekuta 62 Nottingham Forest etoso miensa 57 Chelsea abetoso 9 ekuta 53 points na Adia City ena etoso enum eho no City ekuta 52 Arsenal Villa toso ensia ekuta 51 points same ena United 13th position ena mo eda 38 points ena mo ekuta na kwa shiwa Southampton relegation already omo eko weekend wa bro mo edi ntwo no ka 7 games no so ebebo asabro mo so eko relegation da say ena scoring chart no so esiete Mohamed Salah about 27 goals aso wejina wacho na Erling Haaland about 21 sanso na Alexander Isak yes Alexander Isak so no about 20 goals sana esiete na uko Spain still ade Barca for no edikan 67 points 63 Madrid ekuta etoso mienu sanso ena Atletico Madrid toso mienso ekuta 60 ena Bilbao etoso 9 ekuta 54 points okwa ahye honom dia Real Valladolid for no ena ompeso omko ntomu etwato 16 points ena omususu ekuta Robert Lewandowski weekend wambogo 25 no odaso ekura Mbappe enso wambogo 22 anonso ekuta 3 no difference no eda ho Ante Budame abu 15 goals ewo ho na uko Siriano mu a de tie ene se Inter ekuta 68 omo atwe Napoli mu eye 9 Napoli toso mienu 64 Atlanta toso miensa 58 Bologna etoso 9 56 Juve toso enum 56 okwase onoma Monza omo kwa ne sa 15 points na omo so ekuta etwa eto ewo ho na Nediatem and sa Brantia Feno Matthew Retegi 22 goals no ahye Moiskin about 17 and Marcos Thuram and so about 14 goals and so ewo ho na okwaye French Ligue no dia PSG for mo so age edi esi omo na so ewo French Ligue no mo asabre bibia konkan 74 points and omukuta after 28 games Marseille tosumienu 52 to wash difference no eson Monaco tosumiensa 50 and na Strasbourg etoso a 949 and almost so ekuta Montpellier and so etwa to 15 points and so say no French Ligue 18 teams and omo ebonti PSG omo age French Ligue na so omo na so scope anasa top scoring chart no Ousmane Dembele we rabedi kind of that 21 goals and wabo Mason Greenwood weekend or share back until say 15 no the bakwaba bekan okuta 16 cc asanso na Jonathan David and so 14 goals and a wabo yenwie wo Germany by Bundesliga no na yenhwe se de si etie Bayern and so edikan 68 points and omo ekuta Leverkusen toso mieno 62 Frankfurt etoso miensa 48 and Mainz etoso 946 Leipzig etoso enum 45 and almost so ekuta ewo ho na ohwa Hosenke with 18 points almost ekuta etwato and so ewo honom the tia any say Hurricane oguswa ne numbers no ebi kan na eba beka ho wa 23 goals Patrick Schick about 17 goals and so na Jonathan Bukart ono so about 15 goals ewo ho sa and na ne kokopio mu dia ehonsem no so esi etia yebo akire dia amaw yebeko Spain na ya hwe reactions no from FC Barcelona won coach weekend Otimia drop a point or draw against Real Betis after the game no I say point no since I will bet me lose 3 points in I say no assessing the team no
I think the second half we tried everything. So the team doing really good, make pressure, they just defend well. Or today maybe we missed a little bit luck, but at the end it's like one game less and 1 point more. So it's like that. I'm happy with the second half really because we tried everything and this was a good situation.
You say 1 point more. You said in the preview that of course we'll have to focus on ourselves, but at the end it's good 4 points ahead. At the end the run and the week is good.
No, I think we played I think 10 days or like that more or less 4 matches and with 3 wins and 1 draw, so it's a good we did it really great and also today I think it's not time to be disappointed. I think we have to look positive because what is that one game less and 1 point more before this match day. I think everyone would say okay, perfect, we'll take it, but I'm positive really. I'm happy for the team with the team in the second half. First half I think we make it too many mistakes, but the second half was much better and they have no chance. Maybe one should, but a lot of, and today, how I said, we have not the luck today.
Yes, yente ohwa munya madala ka ba mo esanya sanka ne 3 points no konbetimi alusunya nto okay with 1 point and inside team dia kan was game bass once flick Basa on coach and then so etimi assassin team nessa Carlo Ancelotti and so a boy ejna at the Mamadu Wabro mu edi ntwe ebusa no say defeat no say e no welcome no now no so echimechim say.
Is this defeat a goodbye to the league title?
Now it's much more difficult to fight for the league title. But we're going to keep fighting until the end because I think we still have some chances after this result. We'll fight until the last match.
How is it possible that you had Vinicius take a penalty when you yourself took him off against Atletico in the Champions League so he wouldn't take one in the shootout? How can you designate as a penalty taker someone you yourself haven't shown confidence in?
Because this season it's been difficult when it comes to our penalty takers. Bellingham missed one against Valencia, and Mbappe missed in Bilbao and against Liverpool. Vinicius missed the last one, and also the one before that against Atletico Madrid. Today I wanted to show him some confidence, and today he missed a penalty again.
Why doesn't the team close out games the way Real Madrid is expected to? Do you think it's a football issue, fatigue? What could it be?
I don't think it's a football or physical problem. We played a good match and created many chances. We were very close to scoring more goals. It could be that we lacked finishing, and maybe we also struggled to win the ball back, but we didn't allow many goal-scoring opportunities, although I have to admit that our opponents don't need to do much to score against us.
And we are some Carlo Ancelotti the fight defeat, say they say they quite defeat, Ebema and Yoma Moya din their more chances say in La Liga number fan mu ebe din Sanson and the penalty takers, 3 players or mu taking this season at least will be a say 2-2 in Tiano and some no so free mu buy now and the players and attitude no so ultimate eka hon sem the fa say at the end I want to say attitudes say results na nkoyam famo.
Don't you think that the team's big problem this season in important matches is the players' attitude?
No, I don't think that's the issue. You have the right to make any criticism you want, but I also have the right to see the match from my own perspective. Obviously, this season we've had defeats that we deserved, but this is not one of them. Certainly, there are things we could have done better, but I'm sure the problem was an attitude.
You said this wasn't a deserved defeat, but after losing this match, how concerned are you about your team?
I think we lost the chance to fight for this title with more strength, but that's it. Obviously, the match against Arsenal will be different. I believe Arsenal will attack us.
Until you say Arsenal game, Arsenal for be attack home until be different game altogether. And no and some a few months with me, but say players don't think some attitude no na a bad game no omonya a good one. No I didn't couldn't be no and me and ba we in some training a bit me criticize a team no or no coaching in the from a different angles. I know and some or no so team goalkeeper situation is na a see it a Courtois and Ludin and Croydon crocodile saying and I won 70.
What's the situation with the team's goalkeepers?
Well, Courtois trained today and seems to be feeling good. He'll train with us again tomorrow. As for Lunin, it's true that given the uncertainty we might have with Courtois, we didn't want to take the risk of playing him today. Lunin will have 2 or 3 more days to recover, and then we'll see. I think by next Tuesday we'll have both goalkeepers fully recovered.
Do you think your team is playing poorly? Don't you think they could play?
And Tiano and some Ancelotti so etimi at their buy says it is yet Tiano GDS players immunity book or 20 Lulin Omuna be available for a Tuesday game or money Arsenal so to me our boy Yanko England Iron Share and Posticoglu when you 3-1 victory it was a game on also a boy and you'll be sad and say we know San on also a team medifa.
Wanted today, and certainly the result is everything you wanted.
Yeah, result was. First half was good. I was really pleased with the first half. I thought we were in control. Really disciplined. Defensively, didn't really give them anything, and then attacking, we looked for 3 every time we went forward. Second half, not so much. I thought we were way too passive and a bit sloppy with the ball, which kind of didn't really allow us to kind of control the game the way we would have liked. So stuff to improve on, but it's a victory, 3 goals, and I guess positive.
And to positive results, and also inside kind of Tottenham Hotspur coach and Ange Postecoglou, and also a team church Mr. Slot, and so as a senior team no war and a defeat or Mukonya or a Fulham for and San
Yeah, that was a very difficult spell of 15 minutes, and I think apart from the quality you have and the finishing they did was mostly to do with our errors. First one, cross comes in, happens more often. We don't control the ball. Ball falls for Session's foot. Second, I think was the one where Robbo gave the diagonal, or was it the first? And third one, ball high in the air. Virgil doesn't win the duel and he's on goal and scores the third.
Yeah, those defensive mistakes on the goals. Do you feel it was just isolated moments? Have you seen signs in matches before reproducing?
Etiano and Samana Slot, Liverpool coach, and so a team a day a buyer after the game, saying defensively, and Yadia normal air so good or no, and someone switch made Marco Silva. And any victory no over Anna Slot and also Chichem said no so more any very good first half into which goes now first half.
Our first half, I have to say that was almost brilliant. I said to you before the match that the perfection doesn't exist even if you try to get it, but we have to be closer to the perfection, and our first half was really there and in a high level. To be honest, it's not easy to start in the first 10 minutes to concede a goal, and was the only moment first half that you should have. Then better to be more aggressive in that moment. If you lose the duel, good moment for a tactical fall in that first moment. Great strike from McAllister. The reaction from the team was top level, really good, and be able to have 10 shots first half to score 3 goals. But the main thing for us was the way you pressed them from the first minute of the game.
And also, I am some Marco Silva or Chile Liverpool job where Carmen and some team, and also a team church and some first half from there good. And also, I and some of kind so team the fan Ivan Juric, Sabro the Saddam thing, a relegation. Now, I never find you money, besides say, send your ma is yet your turn, also free club.
You know that we are in best situation, and today is like certain thing. I think we did a good game, especially second half. We create lots of chances, play good. I cannot say anything bad about the players. They give everything. It was like like really tough year for everybody.
Did you see enough fight? You mentioned the second half performance. It seemed like a marked difference to the first.
I have to be honest, the first half I didn't like because we lose only Jules, technically not good. Then second half start to press much more higher, much more intensity, still the ball, controlling the game. And I like the second half, first half, too much low block, too much weight, something happens and then so in set pieces we are really bad.
Is the earliest relegation in Premier League history with 7 games to go. What is it that you want to see between now and the end of the season to give the fans something?
No, I want to see Crystal Palace game like we played there, second half this game. I think we have lots of young players. It has to be a big school for them and try to do it good games.
Have you had
Entiano and Sama Ivan Jewish, Southampton coach and also Churchill ewo honum said the situation is kono nyoma enko yomko relegation and is our tran as obeko say after season no be hu de no so betimi every maba game ne de omonya a very good one and so no sha no mo entimi enhye ewo hon Pep Guardiola ono so ekopiem Old Trafford one United ebo 1-1 and as mpo obi anto atena 0-0 in ekopiem ne mo draw after the game no kasade fa.
We have a control. We're not in the right spots to hurt them. The first half a little better in the second half in the first minutes. And always have been here. United have been an incredible transitional team. Always they defend against us quite deep. And of course with Garnacho, with the pace that they have, with Dorgo, with a lot. And you know, they link really well. The process I know quite well. They link inside. They know perfectly what they have to do. So it's a good team. But we take the point. So we were better to win, but still we are there.
Yes, intini kakrakra mo ebedru honum eno yansama Pep Guardiola so etimede by say na difficult games and they show United players na no more was individual quality intini draw no na offense so etimi edi Emma no this answer ne ban Ruben Amorim and so etimi kasa edi fa how the results are and almost so tin film almost kind.
Looked like a really good performance from where I was looking. How did you see it? The same. Of course, when I look to our team, I see a lot space to improve. So I'm always looking for that when I see the team. I think we block quite well quality of Manchester City. We create some chances, played a different game if you compare to Nottingham, and just the understanding of the players to change the mindset to play a different game was good. We are improving the connections, so we need just to improve in this lack of goals that cost us a lot of points.
Yes, intene lack of goals na attackers ni ntimi nto atena no ne ade ha ni team no na we said who improvement e wo ni team no quality no anase omo bo no omo ebo no hu improvement bi o ma na ese ne dia ka ene say goals no omo so betimi ahye no rough no yansema on so etimi e dia Benzo Maresca so ekobod draw na no so after the game they say no so assess ni team no.
Overall I think it was a good performance. The only thing we missed probably is the goal, but again we create enough. I think we shot more than 20, so I think it's a good volume, but overall I think it's good performance. This is a tricky game, you know, tricky pitch, 24 hours less than them in terms of recovery energy, so overall it's a good one.
Yes, overall a good 1 point, you know, and so Eddie Emmanuel and Benzo Maresca Chelsea coach and after almost a draw ewa away no so etimi chirechemo etimi Eddie Maya was Sanse Michel so kopiomlia on it Bobo from Brentford and a boy near obi antimi Atlanta was game Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta was in Arsenal for it deserve more than a point no munya no.
I think we deserve more, but that's what we got at the end. A really tough place to come. What they do it really well. We're constantly putting the balls. There's no balls into the last line, dealing with direct play and second actions. I think we haven't conceded anything in the game, which was really positive. We were 1-0 up, have some big opportunities running into spaces. We didn't finalize the action. Second half, we started good. Let's start good, start to dominate the game. They're going to be more aggressive, we have more spaces. We did the opposite. We give the ball straight to the keeper. Direct play, trouble. Again, direct play, and the referee decides to give a penalty that changes the course of the game, which I'm here to give my opinion, and after seeing it 15 times, there is no way that, in my opinion, that's a penalty.
Yes, Yentine and Mikel Arteta kasade for penalty a Brantia, your friend Eddie Akibe Koko Jina Honafe, or also a boy, and I say India, yes, or boy 49th minute, on Jorginho or say on the Ojidi say na enye penalty aye Darren aye England ekokoje di etiom no say no ene make difference ni nyina chire no Ojidi say na the team no ebetimi akwa ahead akowini sa game na no deserve more than a point no musaka no yen sama Mikel Arteta Arsenal coach no so and so edi etwemu ewo game am so etimi ekokoboy no now Unai Emery so very happy ewo victory on the Aston Villa team no and so enyaye no.
Unai, congratulations on a very big and impressive victory. How pleased were you with that performance?
Very happy because here in Villa Park we are really feeling strong and we are as well transmitting our energy to the supporters and the energy they have, the support as well to transmitting us. And then we are more or less winning, we are more or less here responding well. The supporters, of course, I think they are happy with how we are responding, how we are as well getting challenges like today we had and how we were beating Nottingham, doing a fantastic job and a fantastic season. And as well to keep going in our challenges we have today, next Wednesday, and then again Premier League.
And Tiano and some of them social Nottingham Forest for now, Bono Muni Papa Chairman for the show more and Tiene Utinefia now Shana a very good result. So I'm very happy with any team no performance. Mbappe sene mame and yet just any agent no ya ni mame. Now shows so mame no epede press for him. Sanso and now sha de bia no catcher no obisano dia na ope dia na ko nyoma ye bibia ye okay. Nti no eyen sama branch no so aka fa ne mame say o mame no onye ni agent o ye ne mame nti de bia no act as a mother no yen sam so no so etimi ede ebaye ewo ho basketball akra no Madrid ene mpo Barca won basketball team no and so etimi ede eba so ewo El Clasico in basketball mpo captainship so no the tia ene Madrid for no equal to Barca for no kotwa 91 as against 89 ewo no ma omonso etimi edi nkonim ewo ho no 8 consecutive seasons and usha Clasico victories no Madrid for so ansa kan wo ma nra now wo mo internet intenten mo nene mo na mo na ba no football no so dia Barca for na dey bragging right ne kuto omo amonso etimi edi konti no ne nsema enu so afiri mu eba ewo honum Kevin De Bruyne aka no nsema etimi dia chodada se enra kokopiem after so announce ye memenda no se o say bye bye to Man City samanu mu obeko onto aso eho biem no enra oko Trafford the large game okoboy ewo ntene omoma na kwaba ema omoma no standing ovation both supporters nya enso ebo branch na baso no ma sabre de ye de wonsem no so etimi ediama relegation no Southampton omokoda dada ya ka wonsem no so etimi edi amao na Mbappe enso etimi kasa dia 5 Madrid performance na Vinicius so edi bi eka won say nei omogiri se omo enya a bad day a weekend na mom no omo ogiri say Tuesday on be react eno ye messages omo nyina so etimi edi afri mo edi ba Jose Mourinho after say nei okoko so ye Okan ono eye empo coach enso ede ema Galatasaray eye Boboko no after eye game Mourinho ni side ne koko free no okoko so papa ne hune 3 game ban papa ne saka ono so entimi entina bench emfa ema fana bache Boboko no yade amani nsem no be share ya kan to aso dia on Kastle 90.3 FM.
The real sports is here.
Neuer scored in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The sports king. The real sports is here.
Neuer scored in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The sports king.
Kastle 90.3 FM to Robert Mensah Sports and I de Emma Wono. It's 2 minutes past 7. You begin come out and send me our messages on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. For our messages, Sefa Hobra. Na yanken na will show this one for my weekend no investors. I can't buy it. Said na Yebusa Ancelotti, the attitude of the players on the pitch, na enye kra. Say I'm bringing now Arsenal to Jude. One me and home Mbappe die. Oh FKK Mbappe die. Guy na fighter. Oh ya fighter na when who fin pa. Na why you fin wa pre na kwa. Am afo na o crowd no che. No kra nche say. Obaje ball no hu krofoi. Jude ni nua be am ne nam. Anra yo Madrid for. Ntino mo dua Arsenal ho de ni Arsenal no say abi soja. Arsenal no aben ade bagidi ntino. Nyami adum ochina Wednesday channel Wednesday Champions League games so honoma enye fedi agro kwa PSG champions of France yes Zeno, the new generation, the Jumano no more yan kaka says all eyes now on the Champions League for Paris Saint-Germain. I know Nkoma ebeba na Zeno go to no. Maya Madiano Yaba Yasam Casio, eh? As I have cake, gra, Samu ye goat, Anthony goat. I'm a La Liga for you now, just so more. Omuna say Anthony no, the goat, I said, yeah, the greatest, obedient to me, Anthony. No, I say what tete Basafo no tete Crawford La Liga news saying Anthony. One I am a corner never na mad for a Basafo, and they could share Basafo, you know. He said the Anthony na Babon there, well, who so born Anthony Papa Bayano boy. Houseman, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Oh, we are not paid here.
Super fantastic.
Yeah, then Yamia say, sure. Oh, Houseman.
Be fine. We can also go.
We can, yes, fancy.
We can know. We do feel I'm home in there, Choku. Also, I'm making some matches in one. Now we catch and come to 2 Saturday Numpa. When you to phone. And then also my procrastination as my banka choice and come off no.
Ebi say no.
Kastle now no ko wen bo hwetwu fo.
Am for so weekend.
It's the weekend one weekend Champions League teams ni nyina. Apart from PSG. Banka fo ni nyina sese.
Now Inter Milan, what the catch 2 goals. Now coach one FKK 1 train 56 minutes. No we la throw Martinez the free mo. Now we Dimarco.
Of course, pressure.
Oh, hey.
Pressure.
Simone is arguing. See a man red card no. Be to me coach at the park so there. A man red card no. Oh, nya. One year good ni pen master sa we see any pa ba. But mencha shake no pay.
Yes.
Mencha the senior man shake. Sa na mamencho nka mencha mo amoye CCTU. Mencha mpanyifo ni nyina wo ho no me one man bia. E wo se metumi chia na pa every day. Or the man you call school samre ya or show or ready the hanuma wo tie ntino. I'm sure Mr. Frederick Apia. Mr. Frederick Apia. Mamen Chow anopay. You know, we can say Freddy, FKK, Freddy, Mr. Frederick Apia. It was CCTU. Mamen Chow, ye papa, Deputy Director of Finance. I will honor Tino.
Mamusumichia driver Kaito.
Oh, Kaito.
And the mission for the first time. Yes, or for movie. No, to move discussing a menji. Oh. Let's see them. What for the old oh,
yes, you almost my cab go. I'm ready. Saturday, I'm Saturday, the post show na. Yeah. Elmina, but back kind of drivers never call ya, you might call Elmina. Yeah, Saturday, no, they are Miss Minion when him here. I go point sham papa. Maybe I me more many more say yeah me but my boss said because you Chenya money identity they come here almost share near the but me they are not
the way as oh
my
catch a car today you come out there drivers no hold the sports from the down yes because I should corner we for that what cherishing and now
sure
onye easy men kada dance in yas be bring now so yas pa but for drivers no if we were for the car or two voice na
attitude on the page and try to so your bad selection no dey ya kwatena also what the sense you are sense akwatena bench what is on name bon ho ban no what ye ne manema biom
na Ruby said teams will come Champions League no will lose matches will but draw san kon how adwino na once Champions won bobi no say
am so lose na chance coach no everyone say FKK 10 year pa kwano so no so ohu a minim de beto no wiase adwembe na da papa ne team sa no okobo de FKK coach no okobo de ko Palmer friend say Kukuria Jackson omu nyina wodo obia kwatena bench
rotation
for what rotation
so our game for conference league
what game conference
I also where the business
what business
it's okay mistake not to coffee man
someone no when it till FKK till pa na kagana how butu body till and till pa no
e preach violence
when it till that what kind of behavior is that bug game on Thursday on how like obo wono wo coach no wo je na mabasa good chase for any mass and onim sa top for no na me na bo ase man you for ye adwuma no man you for say mo bobo panzo mo shakes for no bobo pa
United is it
hey am rim crop for
o pa kase for na how adwen
Mamenya message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Weekend games of course so no for our drink chef hobra and all other issues ever discussed. Mamenya messages ho. Na I say I want you Miss Ruby to read fancy today, not always to read English. Hey, let me ask you. Me try kan asman tie pa. Why isn't papa power la liga table no do? Nti Miss Ruby say etna ho na dwen ho a chance one na wobetum age la liga crew ano eye oye mara eh nyawo ja David the 100 year I say a posunsu I know that see water the see water bem and yeah there our anchor for mental yeah they just say never to work on to say La Liga table no wires and the wires and pa and you know say Miss to be it's na honor drin one now but too much La Liga crew ano or yeah Mara or say one no busam okay one no about too much La Liga crew ano okay or yeah Mara e posunsu there broful mu yeah. Okay. All right. Dear mother, first segment of the show. So now I am right. Emedin come on Kastle 90.3 FM. But we can name. My for me Kisko Osman. My for me Kiska. Adumani bi wo hono de abo. And then me kan say mo communicate bi nketen bi wo abrochire hono for wo prepare mo for other various leagues no. Ha. Obi a communicate 200 meters, ne 400 meters. Or the first back, second back. When you $100,000. Wow. For FKK. You come near you. Menu ya $100,000. Obi so about tennis for 5 days or 7 days. Also so no. When you $190,000. Osman. Also the call within 1 week. I make it that money no. Now Osman within a week we making money say. How much FKK? Within a week to make it say.
Yes sir.
Hey. I do maybe at the change man. Not about go. I get $100,000 the call of I said footballers no so jet. Almost so wiki be almost so jet.
Footballers no make you. What's the more than time?
And time that wiki be
and they do my come. And I'm out for because I was shy or more about that games, you know. I'm a crow with Kastle yet.
Footballers, no?
Yes, because of Musicano.
Yeah. Hey, Grand Slam need a million, so share Grand Slam need a million, and I bet you. Share.
I was say Tiger Woods or billionaire. Yeah, I know a golf yaw.
Share. Okay, one Grand Slam name out $7 million. Osman, we could spend about 2 weeks. So why just $7 million? I bet you see one. Hey, boy, meanwhile, no big contract or signing with the club the whole year. No, 13 million. No, oh, you know. Sika wa adwuma ni binum chen be mu ntino na ya fa nsa na ya koye di bossman e beye mamenya o message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143 ene ya Monday Madrid Barcelona La Liga no aye tight it's say 4 points ene da Madrid ene Barca tem hwan ene La Liga no wo beje yemre na fe the first segment of the show no yemedi enkomo ewa ha.
The real sports is here.
It's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
The Sports King.
Okay, Kastle 90.3 FM Suni. We are live on Facebook. Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join the show no like and share file comments bribe back in kind Eddie amount and there a Monday new week any shots you know. Coach Maxwell Kunedu in Chebio Kopemo South Africa. Ekoye adwuma wo ho na adwuma ne de ankowie yie he's back in Ghana anya nwie na nkomodia mu na coach Maxwell Kunedu say na pen observation no wo ko pie mu ade antia South Africa players no wo mu ntutu kwan basa sa Ghana fo a tutu kwan basa ye ko Ethiopia ye ko Rwanda ye ko eye ehefa Jamaica ye ko Iran Iraq ye ko eye France Israel put the say ye yene na basa sa mantwa kakra ibedi enti wose de enti akopie ma mo South Africa nintu kwanya ne say most and I say yes of course most of the players no woman as the hunger any drive to move abroad no any hono because dodo na no omu grow up having almost everything say Europeans no omo so ewo nti omo no kopia mkro ba no ebe wo no kakra obedi wo fie kakra hono mo abusuafo ye adwuma ye be hwa omre nti ana omo ho prom so metu kwan ede akwa mo no bagana ha no ye wo wa wo ye nye otumi se ekom krompa no aba no nti da bia no nyina no Osman tie nyina ne passport ehye ne to ase a obese otu kwan sisie a onsi krom abesi ase bia wa make money nti no you know from infancy ahoche ne bomu eno ne ade a titiro pa baby a wo ye to ye no baby a wo ya to ye no eno ne the main reason ti a say emma akwantuo no wo boys eno so ba mo wo South Africa ne de kakra wo fie dada bees kakra eno nti no ompen ho so betu kwa akofie eno ene ade pote pa wo hu say ede eye guys no etna kronimu a omo league no omo tumi tamu che ebo a wo discover say they won't move because kakra wo fie ebi wo fie enu enkomo a coach master konde ba na ngofa se da bi se ebi wo fie ne de enya no nko o the other issues enu po de bi eketu abi obekwa but there are so many factors pushing young guys na away from Ghana hanya se ye wo ye tu hia mu nti ena ama bre na omo bre mo chinchini ko ba bi basa no ye nkomo ene ye babedi on a player exodus coach Maxwell Kunedo pen observation from South Africa no what the same way atumi e dia ba we jafo baba na fe ye de yen view on this issue ye dia ba ye a maybe phone lines no atu na fe na Monday morning once do adventure atumi e dia tudwa e wo hanum say Osman mama sha se wo so eni nkomo.
All right, Mr. Mandasi anapa we na yenchi chetiefo nyina na yende wona aseda na anapa we so brand new day, brand new week. Ya start to be where so we wish ourselves the very best of luck in the activities our week day in any more honometino. They are coponase. You better remove Eastern since you may preparation here. And our friends, we are streaming live on Facebook in you enjoying the feed na yen to me and show no na yemoye number 1 in Cape Coast in the region and beyond. To remove Facebook our search box no Kastle 90.3 Cape Coast like your page no na share na ma woni so baby so onye bi on share na ma comment no so ombra na yemo show no ntum no nkọ nanyim ho no. Ruby Maxwell Kunedo very good observations and we make ho no and I think so obi aso ne point obe raise bia no Ruby me sure there issues in just asema ogina for akrede bia poverty ni nkotin and all my players exodus and will move on. In fact, na yes in komoya na mezimonyo bubu as Argentina free almost every year people are moving.
Of course.
Brazil free almost every year people are moving. And then for England one league once one year. Currently their players are moving. Spain they are moving elsewhere to other leagues German players from the Bundesliga are moving to other leagues It's urban players movement we be ne kase no aya bebre na ye sikasem one and exposure so
okay
because born baby wo ma wo bochin baby so South African player doesn't want to move from any league na obona Ruby I'm not sure that it is only entirely about Ekwana ways to Africa that will organize one league one league no kwere nyakopo na nyime oyefe wa Africa hade but I'm not sure that when we compare it to the Brazilian league, the Argentine league, the other leagues in Europe they one league no organize no, so those are not really the issues.
South Africa now will be a Premier League, Everton, Apple, and also
so the quality would also be another issues we may want to talk about. But it will be fundamentally, if you observe the issues now, Coach Maxwell Kunedo always won't come on now. For me, I am there because one, or your ex-player,
sure,
about Ghana Hadi, or Bokumasi Asante Kotoko, other clubs or call Europe, and the Africans was also by your coach Wahadi. We coach from young local clubs now to the highest level of our football, which is the Black Stars as an assistant manager. And to so make your assessments about young organizations and other for that young place to return will come hard now, then are very important. Ruby, me feel that one, you share the economic conditions of our country. Mr. Do Mirin, there hasn't been a single occasion I this year as a Omanu my dada. Me won't be do. Ana minyim say be obi ati bi da. Almost every time you be no, your situation it worsens the more. Until somewhere 20 2024 2023 na Ghana fu nyina yerusu de omanu mu ayeze but yet to abaye say president yes e bia mbre ne shada nkonanyim baro binyama asesa na the same situations enti e besia one day kroma de ne safety net no oteden South Africa for ye kan wona asemi ende so bi was South Africa na so atwa picture so the send wa we be wadin ba ye there wa abrochiro look at their stadiums FNB Soccer City after World Cup no 2010 2025 now 15 solid years.
Sure.
Look at their culture of maintenance, another maintenance culture. What the one facilities no. Until they say yeah be be about Africa, not say pressure bar. Then likely destination no. Obi South Africa.
Yeah.
Look at their road networks. Shall one hospitals. Shall one waste for that what organize one who economically. I'm not saying the one who to one, but they are better in terms of organization no than in Ghana.
More than us, yeah.
It's a mission why we waste for that. What yeah, one South African faithful no, one national no. So about one league in Ibia. Oh yeah, now you know, but don't feel league nim. No from your channel, baby. It is because of our waste for your organization no. The South African Football Federation. I can't waste for that. We'll make sure there one license now was here as football clubs no. We be one year more effect.
Pa.
Mamelodi Sundowns first na South African clubs now. Now one sada won kan hu bio. But in there be someone there a club in South Africa or your modeler about to my better we ask him how they have a club.
Sundowns.
Oh yeah, Sundowns. It is because when you confirm obeshem na say warrior now there is something we call sustainability. Why you more ye? Ain't it treasure other clubs in na. In terms of players recruitment, in terms of sika was to players, you know, so on young pa per their standard, you know.
Okay.
It is quite okay.
Yeah.
But let's situate the same argument in now Ghana for yenzinum. Na yembi say your own questions. You come out and answer last year, and I Stephen Mukwala Bahadi. Oba signed a contract with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I think he was the highest paid player in Ghana around that time. In a year, Ruby no woman $24,000.
Okay.
In a year. But Ofi Kotoko call Simba. In a year, he's taking about $240,000 a year. So the vast differences, you know, it is very clear. Richmond Lantem, currently in a year, he's taking $120,000 a month, a year. I mean, I can say erection even at the average level, it means almost every month Tibiano, he's taking about $10,000. Convert $10,000 for Ghana citizen. Not just a car, but so much rent and go to 10. Closer to about 160,000 Ghana city, 1.6 billion a month.
Richmond Lamptey.
Now, be someone that Ghana had day. All the baby, na Kotokofu, they were trying to extend some of the players in one contract.
Yeah.
Na playing this no, but so much time. My brother made buy 25,000. Club no shazia, the miss can own 2 months. How to folk, the same thing was happening over there. Renewing players' contract becomes an issue because Ruby, you need to give an improved contract. But clubs now come out and do they have the resources, the funds to do that now? It's a better thing than that's why sign a contract in pa. Or to me sign more than 3 years. One sign a Casano 2. On sign 1 with 1 extension. And talk about 1 even as a contract in the bar. Maybe I plan the so I'm not surprised that Sani Muhammad. Look at this wonderful chap.
Yeah.
All aboard this season. Club now signed less than 6 months. Onyas Kakume be penocho playing Marco because I run down the contractor. Onyashi. So this is the problem. I will be on my young league no. On to Monkoye into organization and Kasazezi. One fun burn one for engagement. Reason why some of us have been calling there up on the minimum wage now. Yantum na yen for engagement. Naka topic no, na me research kakra. Say kwa Africa had there currently. Say actual leagues now obo Chrome had there no. And the players are what Jessica. Ekwa Egyptian league now. Ali Malul.
Okay.
Osna Kazimoye Ali. In a year, $1.5 million contract na Brenton was signed. Highest paid player in the Egyptian league. Now Angola, Abrenta often yet Tiago Azulao. No so about Petro di Luanda. $263,000.
Wow.
A year. And I wasn't Madam player no. Tanzania, Stefani Aziz Ki of Burkina Faso. $240,000. Young Africans. Kawoche wasn't money in. Eko Rwanda, Richmond Lamptey.
Yes.
No, the highest paid player. $120,000. And a watcher was a man. Zimbabwean League, Kama Billiards, $172,000 a year. The Miska when cares compare for ones in Muna. In Quebec, consider Dawson. But then on the African continent,
enough.
It is enough for you, the plan, no button. ana obi aka na me so onye da bia dem scan pen woji o
dabi
Richmond Lam to kwai no urban accommodation transportation nyama kitinkiti bia club no was ka ho ma wo so mpa wo ho oto nti okoba ndam na ho otu ma oto ma ye play na esi wa ka ma wonye otu ma oji in the ekwohwe Eswatini one highest paid player will try to cost $7,672 a year. But Ruby Embassy on the Ghana they currently Kumasi Asante Kotoko Accra Heart of Folk Mediama Yanko Ediana Stars. Na Embassy on these clubs we know Seka Hina Wotum was one highest paid players. I'm not saying a Heart of Folk won't ya. It is okay. It be to a certain extent. By a kind of relative say you compare
bebre
into a play now Richmond Lantana me number 1 season ago in the was start to do resident in the ori Japazu ofie into maso mo metna Ghana hade na meja abazu wa hade and then I send years reverend or say kofi na ya kana se mo fi hade obo league ni nyina owie you know and na career na abazu no was bachere so onya prestige am kwa kwaji AFCON so onya prestige am kwa kobo against Real Madrid. So on your prestige be about 2 no was about can was some no so nyu waja will be in terms of sikasam ze menya sure there nyama koyeda. So these are the issues we are talking about. So I feel that I can't yes for that yeah organize the league no and onboa.
Okay.
So I blame the GFA club licensing board. Ya kasa for the minimum wage abandon ba what stops the FA from now so back say a Premier League club also player no at the end of the month no men trying to call less than 1,500 Ghana cedis. Do they care about these ones? How often do they even check the books of your clubs now when you want to hear you no after all league na here but no sponsorless sika bi ara nyim nti efo na nkasa na owi otwitwi sika kakra bi na wetu no dama clubs no sponsors even ba ana club na nkasa mpo so wontu mo wabo hu ye wonya sponsors no but be by and large ne kase nyina no asema maso kunu do okanya approach me there. The various governments are Ghana had a waba senoko waba no they don't do enough to help Ghanaian players wahade. It is a clubs in yes can former players now. Now can you imagine any economic conditions in Rubin BBI fine. And can they say actually exchange rates now? Open is a Kasama Bianca $1 I did but city say 2.5 EBR. And can you so Ghana for no support your home but okay. But also the one can play no can if you pressure that would do. Once I was a funny there, I will have to folk. Now, when you miss a cabo, so much edgy. Say, what your boss season anyway, not say be fear. People are expecting there. Everybody has a car be fear. Everybody be better than be as a boot now. That's a bar. No one can say, who's can I him? You don't have the means. So, Ruby, or you're problematic.
All right.
And this conversation, you know, this is not the first time you see. Yes, uncle. But the question in your day, when are we going to walk the talk? And I want to feel that the FN or Chodo Tum no album. Say you buy a club licensing board. Say 10 clubs simple. And I'll buy a willing there. Yes, starting fee baby. 1,500 we been calling ya cry. But paying your standard and
1,500.
And what's in calling 1,500 on your cry. But yes, starting fee baby. Now you 2 now you push your queen in. But in the Yabo Liga, you be more 500 Ghana cedis, 700 on upon 1 year. And that is a big issue. It's what goes to South Africa. No, let's try to implement some of these things in Wadi. Abazin wotum waya will return 1 players. I had to say wotum ya ebia ko wotum nanka wa boy.
Me da say Osman da Venga nyatene kan e ka story se ka hu later on. I Razak Simpson. Belus dad. Omo tane do papa. Wo de obeti zika FKK. Ombe body a kire wo krom hanum say. FKK coach Masokore de wan kasa papa. Osin kwofo no asa ya wo mutu sika mu ntina asa e mo muntu kwan ba ye wo yetu hiem. So de bia yetu kwan no but I don't know say hia na ewu yetu mu nta de bia ma yetu kwan ne de a minim
medasi so de ade a nyina yenim dada but de na me dani say ye yetna haka ye research na baba be kan ebeche kakra nipa no onim kra onim sa no kra na ebe din so beje di enye ono kwan na be kan David Duncan ko ba oba be kan bi Ushe goalkeeper so mo call goalkeeper yo call Richard Ofori. Ono so no sheda nko European na yibia. But ko he lifestyle. Unhu ni lifestyle. Ohun cars ni project away. South African money. Enti South African money. And just recently maybe a bear outside football but me ankasa me cousin ba ko South Africa January okodi 1 month bi. na ono aba oba nanum de okohu ye de okoye de we omo football no ono so e Madridista de omo football no mo ye no ene nyoma ekoso and uchirechire ma obviously country na nkasa na komonim enti e ma nyoma ba ku mienu miensa bi maybe abeka so mo sa eye omo ntokwa yi ene atisima na ebe omo dwunu mo feel sa amononifo no eba abejo mu kro na boso age omo adwuma na boso na omo akeka omo aye sade na enye saa eyoma na wutim a at least bibia ekoyie na afi life no so ye a bit easier bibia anye se bia 100% anase pepepe but so compare omo economy any said the nyoma esi kwa ene yaka ba besi football so edi football nkomo ya chere in fact South Africa omo yeah, a lot of things right and bibia nso so ekoye timi admo eno ama na affect your football economy and Osman Akambebre but nsem no kind of me pick bi no ma hwe say is it doable can you easily anasa o trans ya o tren wonsa o be blame football clubs no administrators no owners no o be blame omo ana obviously party bi on mo blamable o de omo shema e be yi but kese na I will still give it to a omo organize here in football no omo a na kese no say be a percentage wise say be a 10 out of say na me de be ma efi no me de 7.5 be mo na de aka no me de ama football owners no why because on beka so why obi atini team na de bia FA na mo so mo consisi omo na yen league na mo hwe yen football in fact at large omo na ehwe say be yi eno ti Premier League no so afri mo sesi omo na the organizers eno omo na eye edi maye and league no so so mu na maso krodu ebo obi eno sa be ye coach wa all stars so be coachi kotokon so a coachi aduana am so nyanko ho bad wa coachi we in Swatreman ono omo ye adwuma Legon City so wa coach one menti wonim say na nyoma esitie wa ha why and I make us organizers no and I was say yes sending nyina di kogu omo doorsters before say obeka say clubs no odi sika bi botin bi e dia to say minimum wage yemfa ntua in place and ka say the Osman akoti 1,500 no before so obesa no I was so nya bibia de be share club no nsem ansa na wonya sa hoode no ahye mo keten say tua players ne ka say na untimi nya sa oye de na akọ force omo enti efe ni nya enough a omu benya enough grounds omo de begina so say ombe force say something within them I say komunya sa power ne de
yeah omunya nkombe ye but
omunya Oma clubs ni sika
ya bada akoye
ayina your friend say league na ye bo na wo ye organizer no onfa bibia mfa ma clubs
no TV right no sponsors
nothing
bibia ni ho
do you know go club ni say sika also the mal player no should be even the lowest price should be 1,500 you can't do it and we share South Africans then amaso knodu kana few months be kokodi ono no ahu kakra no ukọ no ma na anu ya na betway ya unim say na DSTV na sponsor omo na omo no omutwam so omo sika no e wo form na omo nya willing so omo di beka ho and die ntina omunya kukuduro kra to start with eka say DSTV almighty yempa monko baabi ni enkofa obi from bra omo koya betway no omkofa buy and omo ni omo sane $42 million and yet 10 seasons so just 3 seasons
wow
3 years
na say
3 footballing calendar
and how would you say
$48 million
na yankoje 5 million from for 5 years and for 3 seasons hey
48 in fact 7 quarters so $48.7 million what you call music man 900 million rand into the bad dollars are $48.7 million and on him their club will be benya $1.13 million no and no for winner no the Obeji league no $1.13 million or G as winner what the 13 no crayfish now $1 million no $1 million or G as a winner what league oje ediesi ni naso se waje other TV right no kwa ye nko ho any other bonuses ahodo ebebam ni nyina no ye nko we just winning the league no $1.13 million enti se FA no transfer ho no ma eno nim se ahonom no se de kan no clubs na eno mo yiyi omo chairpersons no eno mo de aba beye ti said the FA uko Premier League na
league
nati no enti omo no ye autonomous league eno mo bo enti ube ko papa FA na Ivan Koza Orlando Pirates omo chairman no ono ene ye chairperson edema omo
so danka has to gba for the baba chair ye de na ma ye
enti omo a ene ko broker deal no eno omo de kokma clubs no omo ebo enti for me omo a na run ye omo league enti omo da sori a omo was out to me no ebe catch omo ho say this is the amount I person ye demand in players and then nya amount obeka say baby be ebe ketwa say the South African league no say no na Steven Pinamo Benny McCarthy mo say omo no mo free e kwa mo no ne e kwa he but before so that time crampon and nyom ekra nko ye no they were living okay e wo mo domestic league man no mo but say it's not as if say me I beg to differ say omo produce quality enough so omo ntimi kwa mo no
oh ne
but because of say enyoma ye okay di ma omo ntino ohwa mo no ne dia na say ye closer kakra na say even e hompo dia no so che omo a they won't go
Rory Williams ye Ballon d'Or Ballon d'Or list no
club will be approach
no oda so ti krom ho no ma onko ba bia
and for me I feel say it's all boils down to the fact say omo league no aye lucrative aye attractive enough league organizers no da sorry o betimi akase DStv masa sika na ye pe no mfa ma ya ko ye be kwa kofa sponsor for fraba and mo kofa obi buy $48.7 million for 3 years and kwa na bro imagine for 3 years South Africa yawo o maji de so na me hwe se o mo players no say na o moje e bia enye full because say obenya full research no be ya obenya full amount of money a players na engineer bed but e bia averagely the oje highest ne bia lowest no betimi aka yes your hokra obi anje kra no enye 700,000 rand per month what they call dollars are $38,000 per month. Yes, imagine
per month.
You can imagine per month $38,000. Bosome pupu na su the onje kra ne $20,000. $20,000. And this is maso kredo aba na oba beka. Yes, anet ye chance ye di san komo yi ache. And for me South Africans na hu say omo football economy no so mo ye ni here. Ebe good enough, ebe attractive sponsorship enough, and ebe more homegrown players, no. And so what na say, I make sure say on be excel or mo PSL no.
And so not just because you want to
be and yeah nuntra omo ye
adwuma no arrangement for league no
mo ready etna say ye invest an investment ne shase e wo omo pitches omo stadium various stadiums omo ya who say you can if say enre ya but this is a country who see World Cup 2010 how many years ni 15 years omo good stadium no omo anka say maintenance culture ye stadium no edoso ye clubs ni sa omo nyusu enti ye maintain omo
omo de no crowd so chen ye
so chen omo maintain besi sabre and any given day Kafu for bed that sorry akase South Africa for ye the competition we mamo mo hosi my omo peneto da omo bluffy kafu for so say enye willing ye pese be hosi yes omo ntimi o e ba no facility na omo wo
o me say ye ka so bia submit any venues for air qualifiers
omo nya bia extra
bebe
omo ye nya extra de ka uti eye mana omo da sorry say deliberately deliberate they be me tell you or so mad you know say me me found it besi me sacrifice it me intentional me invest it na ma ye
minim ye
no word minim dia me pesa me ye no na me ye and e ade omo aye and e se mfaso no obia da sori omo edi omo ho adanse ntie nei omo pani oman a we buy bi brem ho anoma uyi kokko fo itu nchen a omo pe na obetimi aka se omo ne North Africans for you. And they pay so. And how many teams are more present here? Quarterfinals in the Champions League Confederation. Champions League. Orlando Pirates. And more there. Mamelodi Sundowns. And Tisanya Biakra no more two. Clubs are quarterfinals. The rest of the world, at the Beboni. Oko FIFA Club World Cup is on Kobe.
All right, I say good morning, Miss Shubi. Aside our taste for foreign products, we must understand that football is a time-bound sport. These players retire at an early age and must make their best earnings while they are in their prime. Our league has poor wages, poor pitches, poor branding, and poor publicity. Until we check these things, mass exodus of our footballers will be inevitable. Wefi Perez, Ola, Edo di Frawadi, Abba, me phone lines, no, and Tinya say, Nipani, I want to see Kamukeke. You want to see Kamukeke, and ya one is ye, Nemo, no, league, and on paying for Shelley Gnai in a year, Nunti, and I pay Obi, and to Kwanko baby, because you already did your best year. M1 was South Africa, Bagana had ye. Aye, and your name a year. My course net here for Masubi 0244 408046 0244 408046 and 0244 408354 0244 408354. Memfa me first caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby Adam.
Aquarium organizer.
And a payment now. Miss Ruby. The challenge them not this is a catch and no one to kill intention.
Aye.
So I'm not going to become out of my mobile. Nicky, I want to answer the grand for me because also now I want to come. Because I should have so I'm a sister be on sit I'm going to say that until go with kiss can be a Miss Ruby or the calling Regna. Because you should be there. You be able to imagine
Medasi Aquarium. Hello, good morning.
Morning, it's Ruby.
A simple bargain.
Yeah, simple burger near Chimicadini. This is one of a Mexican of it. Maybe, Master Cobia Samakano. We had an idea to win Yabi prepared cinema, you too kind. You may penny for 9 yet, you know, pay. Would I have somewhere than coffee, Motamano? Would I have said I got to cram baby? I will not gonna press in 2 kind. I want to know me. Oh, you know me. I use a more. I said, I know you must say what's happening. That's what me call. But I'm not gonna more. So, I'm not know my yet. But since I am the poor baby, the manager, the manipulator, I ask.
Medase. Just tell her what time now to me, Bolly, your sponsor. No, never make a company say Buon FKK. And Yabi. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Richard Ahulu.
And I put the Gano, I'm out fancy by force. I'm out to power. Yo, yeah, me now have to do with our leaders. They are not going this country. You see, they are not going this country into new money. They are invested in football. Only car. I said they don't have money. You see, our leaders have to do something. They don't think about the people in the country to grow businesses, to grow the ordinary people in this country. That is led to all this
all right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Obi.
Boboski.
Miss Obi.
Boboski, it's you.
Miss Obi, offended. Osman, Obobo, highest paid players or Africa here. The man Africa can't see Obobo wedding when Chanagano. She know what you Chanagana. Ghana, ya wayama ibutum pay leaders papa wadana yahu botanye. So why Ghana hanankasa. No ye leg na usi ya bano nya papa. Now this sponsors you know league ya go ebo kwata league. It's obey them team owners na team so be yes ka do je players na come. It's the best was sign or contract obesan 1 year 6 months. Time to say yeah we a Tanzania ko omudo woko. We a tonga po bako akwa board. It's a then I here wa ha debe maso korodo so wana ala kano here na ha impeyfo wa down no wo boy na agbe no ye league no koyi this about 2 year me ya ubu dey South Africa league na di ha ya be chan one talent no so wa ha
Medasi hello good morning.
Good morning.
Me pa chodin baby of free.
Pato certificate some cafe.
Oh, cutting it you.
Na me bina mo kan sponsor that man dey. Answer you need to know that sponsor be amabi mo.
Oh,
because me am pasa in Ghana. Now do we tell us how you na so nya paswa. League na bana do mo nko. Oh, enko for rap Ghana league. So as a new cast making. Adam book match so to can do fit and pass. Oh, so league no. And today and central for me. If sponsor be no about so this guy. About which was the Doma Park. Oh, football near the DDH, so we cannot do everything with that. One from commission. And this father's ready. I'm on a cool. I don't know why.
All right. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Kojason.
Miss Ruby, Mamma.
Ah, Kojason. No, Kojafa. I'm a room about one. I'll Kosha Kone. Kasai.
It's Mando.
Ah.
Miss Ruby, McQuay may be in Zama. Ricky, I'm Mr. Anyway. Number a bet to be tomorrow. And the every time I had said, Renee said,
I last minute. I'm not there. Last minute. Oh, cafe.
I'm foreign discussion to call Miss Ruby. Oh, Miss Ruby, 2000. Miss Ruby. Oh, David. Now, France teams now, Mamma, France team, no one, Mamma called Encoho. And I'm not Ghana for us a video. Miss Ruby, a Ghana born our bono. The way I was born in a Ghana and one of them more sponsorship. For this can be seen be our own young person be our sponsorship and what's nature, what sponsors and what's nature, who womb. The Emperor Fernandez will would but park and Allah, just another prayers now was and it did go in a cat nature a shop crap. Oh, yeah, Kaka. The just a loss of one of the prayers now wouldn't great. In the brand I do I hear anyone. You journalists for your walk who was in Portugal, go boy, anyone. That I say. The Ghana pay for 1 year, yeah, but. Yes, they be on a day. What the very politics, yes, one money in a year, so you and my immediate to do.
Meda say, Kojo so, Meda say, by hand the segment, lady, senior by there, Monday, summer can watch in the door so pa. As my watch it also, see, I have fancy with her. Now I am not a metal, so hunting FKK. I tell for a child, my dream, a child, my dream. I just wonder, says, and maybe a tremor and cow my cousin, and it be my companies in Emubuye. And a crania kaka kabi na farm money a dibi sponsor a league munade. Afeneya yenya company state owned companies is one of them say so many say but still I nyabi money. And the last time GFA also marketing department no boni bi no da no e me refinity no o can sign the Black Stars near easy to market because answer one friends a product one product I want the qua answer ya kasi ya fa blasters na ho adwe nipa kakra bi na involved baka say the league na involve 18 teams enti no obi ya fa ha kwa we say enti na ama league no marketing na ya to see I was just thinking
are you serious
obi am adwuma
come mileage ho asem and you how many teams
18 na omo nya beton ade na ma 18
na ebi mo am so na be kwa calf competition
sure.
At least 2 say we four slaughter 2 kwa say we 2 so 1 kwa 1 be kwa anti say can mileage ni na ye sa den be ya track pepe man nya track
FKK product obi ton no tamale obi ton no has obi ton no has say
yeah be ma a lot of options in terms of mileage
every week be
Black Stars how many months ni
ye be say be me be say
so the all canon the person Kenya as a Black Stars are attractive
of course
league that's all simple
Osman
so asem na canon but when the olden days senior sponsors and the yenya bi what is the problem bribery corruption and I was say in football no that is what the FA doesn't want to admit so admit in poa I shall come to offer that or take sanctions on clubs and other one ankasa where you those mistakes you know in the own league but do a certain stage be and whatever but
I can't 9 matches to go
yes you started the fixed matches people will try to
only evidence into no why
oh but say yes so that is the whole concept into some your brand one from whom call for league out to them. And you see, the more Yarkano, Otonkofu went him for how many years now? Almost by 5 seasons ago, you start to be a penal. Now you could wo. You have Division 1. You start to league in Pono. What's the club? A, B, C, D. When I work because what can certain group be one and pass whether their form is good or not. These same clubs know they will get to qualify.
And yes, Nipana said Okano. Companies, omunye interested in their football. Omo pepa.
Yes.
Okana Major Kosi the Ura Magdane.
Also come Major Club and this.
Yes.
Oh, the Ura Magdane kind. I mean, and I will be could lose 3.something million for just a birthday.
So
it means Chroma
Mofo scale Chroma.
Companies were Skawa home Kase sports no omo do omo bejima committee me de omo agima me omo ba omo tena tira no omo hwe a Ramadan you be na call ni fie ko ka chance league no krono wo bribe ni we ohun bi
obo man side no pa
obviously
obo man side
no no sponsor Great Olympics.
Yes.
So he will feel they understand the business.
And no career na man for person omo do omo no said okay if for as usual
defensive mode
no more backlash and all that obetwe no ho.
All right, young kwama no ne yakwa share results ni kakra na fe analyze air results e ba ya nmu ye wi a baba be Ghana Premier League Division 1 League no Black Queens of Ghana any other interesting stories e ba sisi e we show no so.
The real sports is here. Boy is caught in no man's land. It's Marty. Kastle FM. The Sports King. Many who here, na Ghana man, or Yami now Yenzi. Say Ghana be here, Ujina, Amina Yendo. When the meeting at Kastle FM, the Jumeza Award to listen, no man Hendo, Rubro, Joda Copy Fide Biara, Wabra Wabonone Bien, Dikapi Nume Yindu, or your political show, Washi Shantir Bobwa, Mugoeman, Central Region, and Ghana, Wakodu Jojo, Kastle FM 90.3, blended tradition with style. The real sports is here. Boy is caught in no man's land. It's Marty. Kastle FM. The Sports King. The real sports is here. Boy is caught in no man's land. It's Marty. Kastle FM. The Sports King.
No, of course. I'm going to say, Makinos, I'm going 10 times. So, I say we also kept our players for Conference League. That's Chelsea. Act like what other teams did. So, Miss Ruby, will you greet me too? Noble Scholar, Tycoon from Briwa Zongo. Noble. My NCBM don't cheer beba. Why NCBM don't cheer beba. I say hi, champion Miss Ruby. Good morning to you and your Chelsea fans. And yesterday, my team Man City and Kotoko and didn't perform well for me. And in my opinion, that's my opinion. FKK, please, Arsenal will score you, and that is the news trending in Ghana. Evidence Mahopa and all the way at the Abba. I mean now message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Saying a weekend, games are etoja and so okay. Osman.
Yeah, Miss Ruby.
You didn't come away.
Ruby, my starting fee France on Paris Saint-Germain. Weekend when confirmation now but there we read 113 for year French League 1 titles. Starting from 1985 I would to watch one first time, and then after the investment I would to more club no yaza when it comes to a domestic league now they are not looking back. and not Marisha. The last 3 years won a league in YJC one nado. But this year, say team now, Ruby, it is different from the French and other the PSG team I who in the past. No, with regards to the kind of players this year we took now when you want now Juma. And for me, it is all about Louis Enrique and the new direction at club and was seeking there. You started with the Galacticos and you're going in for big name stars no. Nay for 1 year intimate to the young queen name. But all the baby no. Lionel Messi baba. Kylian Mbappe honumbi. Name Mamu honum. Sergio Ramos when they are there. But Ruby, they were lacking something. Into under Louis Enrique and I am there. This time round no. Let's go in with these youngsters no. Young call scout players from the French league and other leagues no. Players are all age no one side, but we are highly talented, quality no honum. Into Joao Neves for instance, Vitinha, the likes of Ashraf Hakimi, ball on the way to Nawabo. This particular season way, Kvaratskhelia, no 2 seasons, 1.5 seasons, we Benya with Napoli. Ejumo to moye winter transfer. Now wakafana beshe team num. And one player this is Obiaru Bonizini a desired way. This youngster, ball this season we tum na wa bono, and the experience and also too much about Beshem, even though only in Kwenyum. I can't wait to for that competition are very fierce. Osman Dembele, Bradley Bakolamo, these guys are there. But the moment some of these boys know, they get the opportunity to be on the foot of play. Ruby Ejuma wa yenu or yazo tumna also nyua. And now you can say, then you can confirm one. League we tumna wa johon wa 6 more matches to go. 6 more matches Ruby or 18 points. Club or the second, or league log no ya Marseille. Wa pick or 52 points or honum. Inti assuming put us a PSG the rest of the matches now wakano. So we forfeit in points a wambo. Now so was 18 points in ya come Marseille for now wa pick 52 points now. Ekeni na boma one wo benya or 70 points. Which PSG were 74 points already no. And our child there is nothing and the clubs and kind of work with you know. Obotum na wobaye. It's all because of a certain or Nasser Air Khalifi and the team. I can't wait see what for that will change the direction of the club no. On the way to the Wabo club and what from or PSG. Ruby me assure there. Like this on your conversation you but then see one about that. One about it because in the Coupe de France no, they are in the finals and will share rims. It's a game almost about 80% no. They are going to win that trophy in the Honum to buy a double. And now outside and so a Champions League no. What elu the PSG 1 GB or Honum. Manchester City by year Jumano and wasn't bana so at least they can show off a Champions League trophy. Super Cup FIFA Club World Cup what was way be was that. But PSG after one kokoya once no, Ruby wa prank mfa. But this time round you know, if you look at the crop of players, I can't see what for that Africa Liverpool for the one film no. In the Madrid they favorite for the Champions League. But I'm sure that the next team say you would want to mention no or your PSG not based on names, not based on their history, but based on the current performance that players hold the Nezino. Maybe actually against Aston Villa, Ruby, the next round that is quarterfinals. You know, if you want to tip a team between these two teams, one of a qualifier, I'm very sure that PSG would definitely be the favorite for this one. So once you put they are still on the trotter, what should they? At least every season no, and that be a treble be. And as we put a double umpa once we turn the watching to Ruby, Yambo page for Nabado. And yes, I'm still on a record there. This season, so far, 28 matches now, Wabon War, or your French League. They are the only team in the French League I won't lose a game. Into 28 matches, 23 wins, and a 5 draws, and a way to the way in your honor. Watch the 8 goals, and a way consider 26. So clearly, the batch of 1 hours now, what burn California in our window. And I want to be feeling the likes of Fire Marseille, Asha Monaco. Lyon Mona. These were clubs and those days, you know, now go to watch the trophies, you know. But in the advent of PSG, you know, all these clubs, you know, to relegate to now Quechera, will be one boys and one also you want to know. Kudos to PSG for winning their 13th for your French League A trophy for yet this season.
Right.
My young queen and the Italian Serie A weekend way disappointing result and I'll buy Osimo yet Interfono. Why? Because Ruby said actually the competition now, no matter to mark question. But then say our Champions League game against Bayern Munich. Obviously, a team you will be a bit careful, kakra, because at this juncture, almost teams are this week another midweek way. What about Champions League? No, Obiani games, no. No, what could be your honor, kakra. One hour winning one game, you was very convincingly. Because I saw Bayern Munich, I saw Dortmund. They looked very convincing.
Hey, Dortmund for Barca for you. Are you returning with a goal? A friend say, Segu Grassi. Basa for Mama Munia grow. Basa. Is a finalist last season. Yo, whatever. I'm
very interesting. But then for Club Inter Milan, everybody against Parma. Parma free this season will be one performance on shutdown. So you with the 16th position before game. No, I pick 26 points. Now in terrible game. Now above first 2 goals. Matteo Demiet and the Marcus Thuram. First half no 2 more goals in now honor. Then expectations in there say should be pa. You defend very well. Na game no 2 na ewie ebo considering point be 2-1 na ezuko wonyim. But he took the opponent within 9 minutes from the 60th minute 69th minute and no completely come back So even if they consider that 2 goals in pa, Ruby from the 70th minute you had a whooping 20 minutes. Na ketum na nka abo. But in the course of the game, now watch 2 goals into and a coach started there. Or you some of the key players also worry for because you want to relax them, make them fresh for the Champions League games now over Bonu. It's rather unfortunate. We're dropping 2 valuable points in the one Koye and one farm coach. However, and I said Napoli will win 1 game in Impa. So now be a point difference about the 1 team. But some crowd be 3 points now. A little bit of a respite Now I say to my enjoy game intended another weekend way Inter for quadruple 2 valuable points result no one can quite favorable na one far more honum this about the Inter game AC Milan another team so I want to pressure the one against Fiorentina what boy we na game na end up 2-2 or draw honum and once again Malik Thiaw Sabeka mekana some time back be there or one of those guys when you born the ball but conceding an own goal boy you way meaning the last 2 years in about 5 goals no boy we concede an own goal how many team they be a pressure to na over 1 7th minute in that game and a boy o concede an own goal honum but fast forward 10th minute Moise Kean this season another player no so watch there sometimes no your players here na big teams no to ngobo Juventus na pressure than went to mambo oba Everton na azinu nkoye went back to the Serie A with Juventus once again. I felt when Fiorentina, no, this will be checking the numbers. I as a Brent and wasn't born also in into almost about the 10th minute in the game. No, now Fiorentina finish 2 goals of honum. Now, one more check that once again. No, AC Milan said you coin sao, or by Yaman but what you to make it a differences. No, 23rd minute and a Tammy Abraham. But Bashan another going to back no San Siro no. Boy now against Inter Milan in the Coppa Italia no she go and at this time round so baby she go bio into no confidence was started all course and I went off no Jovic in the 64th minute in the second half what about so the level and was him AC Milan once what prepare ko wie chi now draw and AC Milan wa kwa in that game results na kwa favorable to be assistance now still now AC Milan baby a woda no one day Bibi actually Champions League no say European football mpo no e bia no want to mombo because of the 9th position with 48 points and clubs are what they won anyim in terms of form and the points build up they are doing much better than club away from AC Milan so that's about AC Milan for so and the Atlanta Colossi was a man Lazio
what fear
no there is a problem meaning but the last time analysis I make Kawade there so Atlanta's work away with any club be am just that they will go there perform magic at least get a draw or win that game but so what's in the with the known clubs now why as now will be pressure as well to not boy club Atlanta for one and I'm not surprised at if you lose I'm all yet Lazio 1-0 at if you lose 2-0 as more yet Inter Milan or Honum at if you against Venezia not any club of Venezia a boy 0-0 Honum and once again as I was in the Champions League LUC by 3-1 as a Mark Club Brugge. Etin a field ball 0-0 draw against Oya Cagliari or Honum. And after yes, answer Etin a field against Bologna. Etum na LUC or Honum. The last time Otum won a favorable result with Fiano was against Tom Grass, ushered by 5-0 in the Champions League. That was the group stage of the Champions League, no. But fast forward games are watching if you want Bonin Yinano. Rubio Oya that's a one board drawer. They are losing that game. And Jean-Pierre Gasperini should have done better. This was the season now you will be a cadet. So last season I bought Champions League, a boy Europa or Cup no, a boy calling me quite or honum. But in case if you care about Champions League now, another Syria now, and can also about to Naji, but we can win no results in what they were expecting. Gustav Isaksson once again the Swedish international no and otum no the only goal otum na we need that game ti yambola as you for so na bado and I need that Roma once again inform Roma Esho Claudio Ranieri Ruby we stabilize the club no pushing them further that Obanda wants to put Champions League now they also want to be there Oyada wants to the 7th position with 53 points results in a good for them but Esho Juve for now after sacking of Oye Tego Mota he go to the side and also trying the best and so far 2 matches are wabonu on Lucy game but now expectations was so man but against an informed Roma definitely you expected the bottom now and Karatuma Yejuma but I think that 1 point at 2 clubs in 1 year no market it is quite okay boy clubs in na bad into no that's about the Serie A Rubian call Spanish La Liga weekend where I think the biggest winners in the La Liga no was ATM Atletico Madrid against Sevilla. I think they consider the first goal in that game. It's not pressing to my back. It's not Malaysia there. Hey, were they going to lose another game in Biwana? Champions League, you are not part of it. Copa del Rey, Eko Kofi Mohonum. The only trophy I work on, La Liga, even though points both up, no, yes, 60.67, no mucheka. But then, work 8 more matches to go. You can still be in contention to Makwako Yedumano. Until after considering the first goal in the 7th minute, no, penalty by and a Julian Alvarez by Bashir Honum. It took them 90 plus 3 minutes and a barriers by shot the winner no or some more ATM. Some Konya the mark and once drop a point. And that is how I want to one boss and bono Ruby Otum no koso in your honum. But Saturday, I want to back the disgrace no Otum na obey your honum. Madrid Tina Benabao boy against Valencia. Valencia for me should be in that game no going in there no be our confidence because the whole of the season and Kofi want to na one winning match away. And so question Madrid and once upon a the trophy. Definitely you are going to expect that Madrid football to know. However, somebody can also make an argument today. Madrid going into that game, a lot of the rotation changes, and Otum Kodo, but it should be on your excuse for me. Because a certain 19 years old goalkeeper Gonzalez and Obebejina go posting him all day. But no performances on the day, no. Even though not up to that much standard, but I feel that he wasn't bad because 19 years is a surprise that would about to na but he was able to do it on. But most of the issues are in the Madrid game, no. Maybe you give it up to Valencia for no. However, Miss Ruby in the course of the game, not Asha Madrid for one performance, 15th minutes and I will concede the goal. I think even before Madrid will concede the goal on Pono, not penalty about to honum. Say what team I want a player he's competing not just for Ballon d'Or no, but a petite race. Mason no makwa no. Mbappe no she most goals was more Real Madrid. Me should be in any other team be about the coach be I mean he understand his job and then up there on to money bibi no. Player now to more goals no. Player now about the first of your team no. Only them on the responsibility of the penalties are. Omba John number non share. Make the Vinicius on to Mbon share. But this is the no way prove actually and there. All the baby are Madrid for being the most now. Or say penalties. Until the first penalty taker for Madrid team no. Or ye Vini. But even though no performances in terms of taking penalties no. This season on Koye. Or Kojina chi boy penalty in the same honum. Meanwhile Mbappe jina bo no ma me should be all chess pichichi. Mbappe jina ma up on the Ballon d'Or conversation for Madrid this season now. Oh yeah, they made you manu. And the Ballon d'Or this season yeah akade. It is the numbers game. And I was here. But unfortunately no. Coaching decided there. So these two players in so be on the foot of play. Let's see about ball now. Anytime you're not the Vini and up on the penalties. Okoboy sign or honum. And I'm confirmed by the first goal. Vini accepted about the 50th minute. But guess what? In the course of the game, now pressure way to Nawaba. Now Madrid they are struggling. Defensive setup will be the Biamakan with Fiade. That is one advantage Arsenal can take advantage of. Organization which one from Madrid is very poor. Whether you like it or not. Up front one, they compensate with more goals, you know. But up under pressure, the wonder they cannot defend very well. Intercorner will see what for that mishap with one what Ala Valencia for no after referencing 6 minutes was good. Now Kofu to watch that a wonderful goal, no. Then I want Carlo Ancelotti definitely would have to work on the defensive setup, no. Then let me be someone there. Yes, against Arsenal, no, or a crucial game. But we should be Embo game. Now Raul Asensio, he is fit as not on a bench. I went off my Andrew Lunin as not on a bench. Couple of other names they could have even given you more respite, you know. As when you want caught in a bench because you wanted to relax your team. Now we tum na wabo. And that is the payment a wokwe kwenya wo no ma. Valencia this is on win wa way no. Oba ba sha Madrid result no went tum na 1 koye. Into 3 valuable points. And Madrid wotin na fia wotum na wo lose no. And I hope that he will be able to do better. But good thing for Madrid in there, we lose 3 points no. Na Barca will drop or 2 points or no. Barca against or Real Betis. Another game and not imagine him there. Madrid out when you will drop a point. Barca going into that game no. Yes, the football match it can be your game or not. But you know this you take advantage of some of these situations, you know. A world classic to my ball. Yes, this is National Madrid baby ball. It is good. But game is that same boy, you don't know what is going to happen to you. It will be now I was expecting there. Barca for no 70 minutes, Gavi Otumo goal. Ferran Torres, a wonderful assist, and Otumo Komeki or fast forward, club away from Real Betis came so much stronger into the game. 17 to 10 minutes later, and I'll be able to count. She go and confirm Barca for concede or honum. And I thought a defensive setup for what different area do was no. One can't call you money, and I feel what come out Real Betis will be able to count. In just our 17th minute, Nanko of Nato game near 1-1. Barca for the pra couldn't want to one she go honum. And that is a problem. And sometimes we talk about today. Say your team, not say crazy chances, not say 2 men shall Ruby, or this about how I dream. In that game, Lamine Yamal was there. Actually, Lewandowski mu, even Ferran Torres Nankasa. Chances are what to 1 year. Gavi on the day, he got so many opportunities in Libya. And Kobotu Nankawa go no. But it was a day as a match that drop a 3-pointer. Now Barca for us feel that one support to more drop 2 points because on the man, Ruby now up Bromadian and Mensah and to also drop 2 valuable points. You know, in terms of table, no pressure to Mabu 67-63. 4-point difference. Okay. At least 1 point. There's another 4 points, you know. Oh, yes, so because I'm calling 6 now. Kabasa from bottom now can enjoy 1 game, no. But that is how it pans out for them. But I feel that the La Liga no will be pressing bottom now. Boom. Right. So far, 8 more matches to go. Let's see how these 2 clubs, another 3 clubs, no. Over 2 now, over you. Kudos to teams are what tomorrow win 1 games in the La Liga no weekend way. Young called the Almighty Premier League, no, do not Yenzim Komaka Krana, Yembre. The Premier League early kickoff game Kodo. Arsenal quite 1-1 against Everton or Honum. Now Ruby, it was a game. Personally, I wouldn't many arrange for the 1 point in Arsenal will pick your Honum no, because the referee on the day no penalty decision what against Arsenal no. For me, that was a blow for Arsenal as a team. Because referee mechanism is it Craig Pawson now?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Darren England, yes.
I
mean, Ruby, not a bit of one question there. That decision, born I born a vow, and there's a decision album pool. That's a quick check next one to me one day. It was simulation. I don't quite see what one of my watch a penalty against Arsenal now. For me, no, as out to na ohawa drink kakra. However, at the time a penalty no was in the 49th minute. So Arsenal had almost about 40 more minutes there. Now coach and coach to go or but then once again, no, it was that flat performance in Nibino. Even though in terms of defensive setup, and the Juma to more no as a personal note to menu, especially Jacob Kivio was not mentioned there against Madrid. No, obviously he's going to start a honor. So what to my starter? Some of these games, you know, that I'm a deep block defender. So now they be teams are one shot that one attack here. No, how are you going to play against them? And that is what to more year Jumana I feel or years or honor. But Luis Kelly, me should boy marker. No subani or honor or to motion here. There was really a player. The moment referees wasn't your best in one day, and you'll be a commit fouls, and you'll be a disciplinary records on Koyeno. Some of these decisions, almost every time, Biano, it will go against you. But at the end of the day, the points in the too much. But David Moyes now bad. Why? Because Oba so far good is impact on losing game. Now we check Everton for one performance against the 6 big clubs in England, you know, and Ruby so far this season, you know. Or as I want to one buzzing bono also in your power honum. In Africa, a bottom says that to that. Against Tottenham Hotspurs, what about 2-2 draw. Liverpool, what we need that game on honum against Chelsea. Tottenham Hotspurs once again. Liverpool 2-2 draw. Manchester United or draw. And Arsenal also wait to na wabo draw. So clearly, we actually the Everton for one buzzing bono. Or as I to na also in you want to know once you to na yembo when I bad honum. Saturday games in the corridor. Echo Villa Park, Aston Villa. Once or as I once one buzzing ball so against Nottingham Forest. It was a game I really predicted a win for them because Sasha one squad in depth now, Ruby.
Yeah,
when I was starting
11, yes.
Okay. And I was watching a bench.
Hey, easy crowd. Yes. About 7 changes, but still
now. form regional do and I show one form now so far almost about 7 consecutive matches in the Premier League season, another Premier League year, no, or as Everton for another Aston Villa for the first time in their history, no, in the Premier League, no, what about 7 consecutive matches actually in all competitions, one losing game, and then you know your Unite Emery, the kind of worker, no so bad, no, we tum na waba, you no support to the tum na, ya bonabado for ye getting that needed results and also tum na osunyo honomono, na PSG for to monjina ye, because for Aston Villa for kita CCR. On your bad, but I don't know. I am Bernard Crabben or better how Obotum na Obaye the major man. And Ruby currently no Aston Villa for no or as I once war or yeah 15 unbeaten or yeah games I once were to now go down warrior. And Unite Emery as a manager no and I once were to now by or yeah down feet no. March to December 2023 what bought 17 matches and Aston Villa for were unbeaten. But currently I mean you can say from September 24th up till now, I had Aston Villa for no sumpon if you know once we have 15 matches with fear, one losing game in all competitions.
2 matches.
Yes, so clearly, Unite Emery so about forgetting or dama needed results. Right. Now we be young queen and ended the games not called no. Now you're interesting Chelsea game no. For me was that's boring because coaching here changes or so now I wasn't really expecting a lot from them. And Chelsea into match go know how I been kakra. But me feel that sometimes Enzo Maresca Nankaso no invite the pressure also to no do. Chelsea squad no musu enough there. Sometimes about my but we keep players and your results in the withdraw them. Tell them my interview for year no.
Only no one ever. Only no one. No one born and that's no one.
It's results na kwa fan matches and I hope that subsequent games no obotum na wa yejuma. But craving quoted na the action no kwekosi wo honom. Liverpool see game is ma Fulham wo honom. And Ruby now your interesting game. McAllister in the 14th minute. No go no share in the For me this season, I put 2 players where you want who so much for Liverpool. I think McAllister definitely will make that cut no. Maybe aside from Mohamed Salah. But Mohamed Salah super Ruby for some time now. Check no performance for Liverpool.
Article.
One work crap. But was a good goal honum. But fast forward 23rd minute, 32nd and then 37th minute no. Ryan Sessegnon, Alex Iwobi no go to put Pebino Sonana social honum. Defensive blenders by the 2 central defenders.
Van Dijk as a KG defending.
Van Dijk no Konate. All of a sudden when you also are dropping your phone. And the kind of mistakes are why I watch Liverpool no. Aya na kwa function down can be the last time I make Van Dijk na some hade. In the Champions League World Strike no support can win go honum. Their last game against Everton were Anfield. Kakrebi na Kabeto were 2 goals on the day. That was a mistake of Van Dijk or Kwasi or Honor. But it's just unfortunate there. This time round, no, club are from where Fulham took advantage of it.
Sure.
What shall goes in the second half will consider goals easy. But not to know about one home wasn't no call name. But will be critically. Let's assess this Liverpool team. Yes, this is the first time away match and slot will lose or Honor. But actually Liverpool performance this season now, meant to me tell them kind of 1 year. But if you look at the performance of the clubs and what the Liverpool for nature now, why a bit easy for Liverpool for no? Because the Liverpool will drop a 3 points no. Now Kastle 90.3 and can 9 points. 9 points, 8 more matches to go. Imagine the pressure and cover back. But even we still now no, or still 11 points. Also separate the 2 sides no. So let's see how it is going to go. But the young boy, Marcos was not bad for getting that needed results. Tottenham boy against Southampton. It was a game I expected Tottenham to win straightforward. We win it by 3 goals to 1. And I will confirm it there. The first team in the history of the Premier League. Work 8 more matches to go. Not club in way for league in him. That is 7 more matches. Yes, 7 more matches. And Southampton will for league in him. And Ruby so far over league in him on performance on your fit. You have about 31 matches. We pick 10 points. And now, we 23 goals. We conceded 74 goals into minus 51 goals. And Southampton from way to now why? I mean, you've been seeing the history of the league, and then coaching numbers about this season, or as I went to now once in your home. Ivan Juric, or by the expectations in was especially when you look at the kind of players I want now. Now I'm expecting them coaching the team now. However. And Yamani as I went to now one constituency. Yambo Tottenham was one abado. Brendan Johnson or Yazan was watching the 10th to go in the Premier League for a year Tottenham Hotspur this season. And Manchester was watching the first go in the Premier League and also to know Orbobin. So kudos to him. And then Manchester they've been wasting my time. McKenna had it there. It was virtually kind of aimless or a debut gamer. You could go weekend. She and Kodum. Ebia the only brighter spot for the two teams, was Manchester United team, and for me, Casemiro on the day. Ejumo Ije. Ebia on the Mobana bad one.
And Bruno, dear Bruno. Senior Bruno.
You created the chances. Bago Nibaya.
Sa doguno, I saw Muyana dream where Juma doguno. That be your dog. Oh, you good oh.
Only one.
I dream anyone. I dream.
I can't cry.
Oh, I
can't cry. Bedu one of them so to know why you Jumano. It's for the two sides in the now or a game I Kakobo City for Nankas and this is I just don't know what is happening to them. Manchester United once what that 15th position or say 13th position was so perennial in the game. It looks as if they were just very flat on the day, very boring game. Last time I said for Arsenal the Chelsea game, but this time around Manchester United on City game, they saw to us a very boring game. There was nothing to take away from the game, with the exception of Casemiro. Makada and the Ottoman BBR. I'm a the prime Casemiro. Na tackles or quite on the day no, or as to no winning or make sure that the defensive work now. No, but to know what honum. However, for City, Ruby, I doubt the season one pipe by in there. Season year 2 year. No one call for summer break, Once I was one fresh squad in view. Now one but for me it would never be easy for them. Unfortunately, teams are now competing for top 4 in Nano. Abaka the only team to gain points was Aston Villa because Chelsea dropping points. Nottingham Forest dropping points or honum. And a Man City once dropping points. So definitely top 4 race how I know so but unfortunately weekend when I games now we will quite be or honum to know. Young clubs will win games here on our bad or honum.
All right, Yamfa Amonino si na fe yemre fie yemedin komo Ghana Premier League and the Access Bank Division 1 League yemra meka ho asem sanso na other issues eba so weekend here Black Queens of Ghana si akane nyina wunsem no yede eba ewo dwumade no so it's 19 minutes past 8 on Kastle 90.3 FM.
The real sports is here.
It's caught it down that slam. It's firing!
Kastle the sports king.
I say hello, I go by the name Bandana, the CEO of Total Design Group Construction. Was CCTU and I also the way Eddie Abba and just say Miss Ruby, please tell Enzo Maresca that the Chelsea team is not for him. He can be sacked at any time if we don't qualify for the Champions League. Some penny for us almost on the side here. And no problem. I'm penny for no moody Chelsea team anymore. No, say Maresca no. Omuhune say or Sadia any ye share the almost because man or to told ball na say me hu no park in Pache. As who told ball wa park na Chelsea boy and see ne hwe papa bay because almost na nya de papa bi enti no wo hwe kra won hwe dan hu ne wo hwe. All right. Yemra fie na yemedi eye efisem no ho nkomo ewo Ghana Premier League ni mu era for Division 1 League results etumi eto edwa no emu na ede ye fast dan fama eye Bomford for opese otu kwan na okosua ade ewo amanone bombe bo ye papa na o matumi edwa kwa kopiem ewo amanone na wakwa kosua ade na ene opese okopiem ewo eye UK ana pese okopie mu ewo Germany, Malta, USA, Canada, ana Ireland ombetumi abo ye papa oye nurse ni social worker, teacher, engineer, ana we IT professional ombetumi abo ana akwakosunya de ho na akosunya de ho no mu a ombetumi so asen abo ye papa manei wanya eye 2 to 4 years work permit ewo ho no after study no enti bomodin na efo ani echemu ewo ho na omo so no entumi emu a ye papa wo ho no mu na obetumi from ewo ahoma yi so na betumi so achate wo mo na wo no omatumi edi nkomo wo ahoma yi so 0545 403 831 0545 403 831 obetumi afre anaso betumi achate omo ahoma no so na fe wo mo no watumi atwetwe enkomo email no enquiry@bidgh.com enquiry ENQUIRY @bidgh.com kohona fe wo so no ene wo mo enkwatwetwe enkom application egu so ekoso ye boy ye papa atuma support wo application till say obetumi enroll ntime hu mfan free mu bomode akona fe ya mo awo e wo Bomfield study abroad no emu eno no yemfa eye results etodwa e wo Ghana Premier League ni mo no yeni kan emfa enumra na fe emfa eye Division 1 League results no so emfa to awo so na yɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ enema enso esi efatie ewo honomo eno Ghana Premier League no matches ahodo na etumi etodwa na enye fedi agrokra na games e ba so de kwawie ni Accra Hearts of Folk Boboko no omo sheka ba ko Mediama Sporting Club womo enso entumi antesa ekan abrant ne din ede Emmanuel Amankwa ene bo modern ebo sago no etumi ede ebo Hearts of Folk Mediama for pribia eka no enya ade omo so no etumi etie ewo honomo na yenkopie mu so ade etie nie Aduana Stars Boboko no omo so tumi bo modern eheka ba ko Vision FC enso entumi antesa eka no abrant ne din ede Rich Saki ene shego no ede ma Aduana Stars Boboko no ba Sake Holy Stars eheka mienu Brekum Chelsea enya na se ka no omotemu eye ba ko pe ewo honomo abrant ne din enso ede Prince Twenebo a oni Emmanuel Ej ene bo modern a eye sa 2 goals no mo hyeye ede bo aba Sake Holy Stars ewo mrakopie mu a Jonah Atukwe FKK Jonah Atukwe former Legon this is a player no or teba ko edema Brekum Chelsea Bobo Eko no yanto aso de tie nie ukokopie ma Dreams FC sheka mienu bibia ni Gold Stars entumi antibe abrant ne de ede Exin Mohammed Enafe Abdul Salifu Razak omo de bo 2 goals no ede bo Dreams FC bibia ni Gold Stars entumi antesaka no Heart of Lions any Kumasi Asante Kodoko game no etumi ende eya 1-1 Abrantia Fauzi Ali wo shego edema eye Heart of Lions na Kumasi Asante Kodoko Justice Blay edi kan first goal no ede ama womo na Samates ehemienu Accra Lions o mentumi antibi Akwesi Sapon oni Emmanuel Mama omo ne bo 2 goals de ma Samatesa ukopie mu Accra Lions Boboko no womo entumi ante ekane bi ena fe Young Apostles womo eni Legon Cities game no obia enso no entumi anhye bi ewo honomo sa ene hon common ekokopie ya enye fedi agrokra na nyame yadoma 1 game ebetumi atodwa ewo Ghana Premier League ni mu na 1 game enso eba so ukokopie mu a ade de tie ne say Nations FC ene Karela de bebo ni 3 p.m. enso ewo Dr. Kwame Chey Sports Complex honomite no ne say de honsem no ACFatia ye de atodwa ede ama yetiefo wo dwumade ne so me de Ghana Premier League table no enso betumi ede atwa wo so hu say de nei Premier League table no eho enkomo ACFa etie Kumasi Asante Kotoko Boboko no wamo enene wamo every edikan wamo 46 points Bibiani Gold Stars tosumienu ewo 44 Hearts of Folk etosumiensa ewo 40 Nations FC tosu 9 ewo 39 Bechem etosu enum wamo so 39 points Ancient Hearts of Lions omo 38 points and Ensunya Mediama Sporting Club omo so 38 points Ensunya enwotwe Dreams FC 36 points and omo Sama Testoson kono ewo 35 points Brekum Chelsea tosudu 32 points and Edubaku Aduana Stars with 32 points Edumienu no Holy Stars 30 points Edumiense Young Apostles or more 30 points and Edunai Vision FC or more 28 points Edunumia Karela United or more 25 points and Edunsia Accra Lions or more 23 points Edunsuye Legon Cities or more 22 points and Inswatleman Wamo Jai Ghana League nebo omo 15 points wamo editwa to Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum Kumasi Asante Kodoko head coach game ne ba na wi no doctor etumi kasa efa ho kakra.
When we started the second half that led to the equalizer. I think apart from that I think we were very focused. We had a good structure. We created some good counter-attack situations which were very good for us. So to me, I'm okay with the way they played.
And so I'm okay with the way Asante Kodoko boni game no Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum Kodoko coach na de sansem no enso editu dwa run the ede ba she Hereford or also kasa kakra.
We'll take it like that. They fought very hard. We made everything to make sure we beat them. But the first goal they caught made us, fight from behind. So it's good. It's good. It was a tough match. So somebody who has fallen once for you, he will not come here for the second time. But it's okay. The boys fought very well. The goal didn't come. We splitted the point. So we take it like that.
Well, and sama coach Bashe Hereford ede etudwa onu ye coach dem Heart of Lions. Na Abubakar Watara say ensentwefo onyamudei FKK. Coach Abubakar Watara say ensentwefo onyamudei. se has ebo game na se omu ewini a na amafo e ka ho nsempi kwafo be kasasa ena ball no mo boy efe mo anya de wọ́n mú kọ́bọ́ bá ẹ̀fẹ́ kọ́lùsì nsoso a na mo sẹ́ ẹ̀ka ho asẹm ẹ̀sẹ̀ ọmọ kọ́lùsì nti sẹ́ pa no ẹ̀yẹ nsẹ̀mtwẹ́fọ́ ọmọ house of folk team no coach Abubakar Atara sẹ́ wọ́nyẹ mudeni ọnyẹ mudeni ẹ̀no ẹ̀ne nsẹm ọ̀no nso ẹ̀de ato dwa yẹn kọ́ pm division 1 league ni mu na afẹ́ mfa results ne to aso ẹ̀ma wọ́n afẹ́ yẹmra emedi nkọ́mọdé a zone 1A Northern City 1 wa sorry 90 wa Power SC ne wa Yapay FC 1-1 Tamale City 1 Wale Calix Star 0 and Victory Club Warriors ebo RTU yanto aso kopie mu a zone 1B Techiman 11 Wonders 3 Wamana for Mighty Royals 1 Techiman 11 Liberty Youth 2 KAC Soccer Academy 1 Bofo Akwatano 2 The BB United 1 and Doma Unity FC ebo against Techiman Heroes Yama yen zone 2 Nyekoye yenye Rose Park Eshe 3 Mysterious Ebusunya Dwarfs 1 Asekem 1 Sevi All Stars 0 UCC Youngsters Wamotina Fie Wamoni New Edubiase Enso to me ebo eye 1-1 Bakwa Heroes Tifie Maswadro All Blast Kotrane 2-1 Sky FC 2 Future Stars 1 Cairns Palace 1 Anase Ken Pfizer 1 Elmina Sharks 0 Soccer Intellectuals 2 Park Academy 1 ene Nzema Kotoko ene Sekendi 11 Wise Zone 3 FC Nania 1 2 Democracy 0 Golden Cakes 2 Atram the Visa 1 Great Olympics 2 Akasi All Stars 1 Kotoku Royals Okwa United 1-1 Sekofobia Sempefini na God FC goalless Cairns Palace 2 Rain Masters 0 Ho United 4 Home Stars 0 ene Interlies against Port City and only said the honsem no and so etia medibi atudwa wo dwumade no so enti amrai na yemedi nkomone mo name ukoko piemu a enwa another clean sheet eko edema Benjamin Asari na steps a wayede bo a heart of folk no na enye fedi agro kra enye fedi agro Black Queens of Ghana yakwate Senegal twamo 1-0 ochina yebesan yabo another friendly game ene coach say we very very happy name of physicality ewo Africa game ni mo no ade a ewo so ye papa nti we say girls no so no omo ho dene ankasa no nkomo a Kemlas ono so no etumi ade atodwa na akopie mu a division 1 no de zone 1A and RT1 eko 50 points no di na chi no 40 enti ubua okoda da zone 1B no 11 Wonders 40 Debu United 33 into utumi sampa 11 Wonders for no so kwa no moko zone 2 no All Blacks 51 Rose Park 50 omu ye bi o Osman omu ye bi Park 38 ome bi mo Park nka ho sisi Dwarfs mo dabaya 37 mo nka ho bi say na between All Blacks and Rose Park just a point between the two ebe din part anyway UCC amotasu edumienu na Sharks etoso du baako ntomienu boso ye zone 3 hohoi wokọ FKK hohoi waba omo kan sampa hohoi stadium no be o se bo Premier League game 51 points Port City 44 tumi sampa honso no ayehu ewo ho no mo okay yebedi nkomo ewo eye efisem ni mu FKK yemo nkomo
we share free Queens no mo sha na a good game na me expect some be improve and to show clearly the Teranga Queens of Senegal for now holding the omo dey buy but to show Kim last so I know prepare the team the and department ni na think say na solid compare go ni bi hwe pass I think say from the left side that angle no omo winning from the middle of the park no omo winning possession or back and sort of a counter break left in here effective because that crosses from a princess. They will see a children more cockati in no. A chere sa mo pattern of play no. And that changes in a kakrana Kim last and sweat media about the confidence level na baba one kuta or children mo say Vinicius mo mom boss left wing one. Sometimes also right and I said left back for no more tire or Chikuma, then no cutting and to a cutting the better Senegal for the defenders and a cheap. Then Evelyn Bedu, El Honoma Caneti and Swedi Tumu. I think it's a wonderful display. Queens and Abaso, especially omu coach man for so sledge nice for omu born abaso I think so the aura no so charisma na for me yeah expect to say good performance and be consistent to me their mom we share in league no so Diana Stars of course now me expect to say be react from that 2-0 defeat almost kan I think say mediama yes and the mom then almost if any young apostles say about 2-2 and so now being answer almost any opportunity as at nefia bono on be react with that performance intention that nyam one so mo share Vision FC but mo go na bantem Rich Saki 10th minute now in the first half no share nt na expectation on him say be a goals a bit flow but young apostle for so buy into the game especially the second half Babe boy a very good game platform be am also na usha almost set up from Ebono and usha na you know commentary na Musa and I believe say enforce vision for no be mu nyano Adriana Stars for no hu say omu goals no ahwe na flows and to omu manage no more protects that 1-0 lead and I feel say Tuba etimia yes Germany Dreams FC there
they are flying they are flying
they will win that game ebia go Stars for performance and that's some best be a draw but Dreams FC 100% na solid so make me win this game but omu win this keeping clean sheet
sure
it means now carry to reality e done no hu say wanyere no ho ambo adwuma ebe dia man no vast experience in our league and coach who na no because the team no dey well man half stake be say onye adwuma no na onfantete campaign na adwuma obo no ano den just that when you good start you know say second season running no and another dreams for enya bad start yes and from second round no ba no or share pick up and I believe say and one at twice and as expected Abdul Razak Salifu then Branty Feno Ejdin yes Nidiano Ejdin Mohammed yes one who sa a cushion that second goal na big guarantee almost that victory keeping clean sheet so a big plus for your Dreams FC as against Bibiani goals as some attack on any day obe consider against them I feel say Dreams for them
just say win the last by share win some them say by 5B but o back there to quite akoda nimpa the last 5 games win
so ensure that nyamwa because the name say o betimi win against Biani Gold Stars Heart of Lions Kotoko Heart of Lions who call her first half now it was all about them. They were doing all the possessive football, they were creating all the chances. Now mo push Kotoko for no to a mo back one now mo the ball in 8 p.m. from the first 15 minutes there. Now Heart of Lions because we be go and Heart of Lions for no. But if you walk on and a Kotoko for no mo first serious and dangerous attack. Which are even no by about 21-22 minutes and I say yes 21st 22nd minute one of them who say Kotoko nya omu dangerous attack pa omu emeki and then they save from a Heart of Lions goalkeeper no otimi palling out and then na Heart of Lions for no so a chase the game no so they will have to register the first game no which I'm fan from and Justice Blay against the run of play won't say a chance bia now because of Kotoko for no betimi the Heart of Lions but we share a chance by a co through Kotoko for attack here and Heart of Lions for no clear and co through and a Patrick Esiedu a coco through here and so etimi ade emaye then Justice Blay because a ball or just a cross here they are 218 balls so no be a make his connection and our boy straight into the net and a koto moi and we take the lead into the races omo buy na Heart of Lions for no sabe shots yeah say also mo betika and true to that 67th minute and our branch here friend Fauzi Ali you don't have because of body Fauzi Ali enya sa equalizing goal no and so etimi ade mamo obviously a game na get it to a way na ye draw because after omo take no obia and sheda and shoes are in cash and so obeko for the glory and also obeko for the victory obeko for 3 months. But obviously chance be by could be abeje, but Osha Modimboa or mo boy I lead to both teams score goals now. As a baby bedru no chale ye manage na ye mfa draw na mfa nkosa. Obeko to for abazo because anytime be obeko bia no eya na akwa different news altogether. Either somebody defeat eba and now say nei senye defeat and now say nye draw mpo omo nhye go ebia 0-0 no makofa dia ba but so omo take the lead and my case say ombenya point dia ba na was omo mom there was omo share first goal out of Lions for you share first goal ebeye din dia makoto for so beba back and na me case nei kotoko team no as omo build omo defensive war na say ye nwini krampo aye ma so mbehye sa goals na ebem ye lose games ni ti wo de kohe after sa defeat from ye nso atre no kotoko ye draw 1-1 0-0 and omo win 2-0 omo win 1-0 atwa so I no more edi come onim ti in as much so musu goals no emba no omo so consider yes and I think say no near there e push omo and how to focus about I think say 6 points within and now who be here so omo so be react here also omo share media because they've been a side that say last game omo share 2-0 omo dey come out so I felt say na has so enam sa kwan so betimi ababa but we share go and ponsan share na sa go Razak Simpson and show mo e wona enu abi I think say almost a clone and we have say Razak the na we chiri kakra yes but control by the and e buy na pa or boy I think say na a volley. And for me, no matter say chances and sometimes men person chinchina focus 18-year boys no more. We all yes or be pay or be bomb mosa boy FN or yam pass and yam fan kwa kebe say because defensively na media ma for no a defend ye. But osha long range I think the better 30 yards and a pa a kokosho. And so that was it. I think that it was a beauty and obebo mo abaso.
All right, Osman.
Mr. B.
Yeah, ni komai.
Not yet Benjamin Asari na. Yes, I mean abrabo go yehu.
Oh,
all the movements behind there kan hu bi. But one moment na yakopon
with so who sky so nya Blasters camp no.
Yes. And it's going on what's called campus watch it
chess more than half for their mom
also be coaching bi I mean it tells you that boy no oguda or ye near doye and then he believes that them lack no hwehwe no obotum na wenya na no so wetum na wa abon na last 9 matches are wa no he's only considered 1 goal per so it means we keep a clean sheet 8 including the Blasters game.
Yeah.
And that the only goal considered was against Dream Safety game now will see, you know. But fast forward, Black Stars will keep it 2 clean sheets. And after Black Stars game will be one core company. But then this time nobody opportunity to start to Craspo Stadium no. And they should do 2 more years.
On the 80th minutes, same be our yes. The guy is good. The new face of goalkeeping in Ghana.
Absolutely. Sir, I'm going to chat.
And so your project ni no. Your project ni for Black Stars. Kowenim.
Eti Ruby Yamwana Bado. And for me, I'm particularly happy for him. That I'm so but to actually the Mia Pia national team or you'll be a position.
Of course.
On your Biaza. And Miss More channel. In fact, Miss One on your sympathy. I was in a scar 1.7 billion. You put your carrying the Misko ya. Kotoka, ye de me, bimposi quay de me. But Scano Yano, what's Scano Lindsay? Club when Obama Muka Kodu Honum. My first is coming, you know. When you call from the check. No bias, no biaran cast and from
Baka crack and hunt you the uncle.
It's always so straight to be young and Coach Watara. You see, our attitude be. I don't like that attitude. Say, lose matches, Usubanonko, a winning match, then you are still making certain statements. You know, sometimes we lose match, but people are pouncing on him. A winning match, crack, now one, Kasa, Bebre. There is no support to Otina Riasimadia. I'm going to lose games. Especially in games where you feel about to win the games. Now, I drop a point. Wakasa is in the hay. Wakasa when you too much. But the winning could presence is Antonio non from fro. You hear consistency. And okay, 6 points within the top team. No.
Yeah.
So, about to make keep consistency. Not the rest of the games now work on a winning those matches will fear. Equa way, a win another day, pick a point. You can equally get there. say season points out of Kwanji League no. Maybe I will top the second on the league log.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ruby ya baba bado, but 1-2 pe na kasa 1-2 pe na kasa. I was work a bicha wa. Na wa kumari aba. Division 1 Miss Ruby. I'm not surprised the result of the weekend way. UCC was expected there drawn over Bofi. Now measure league log no say for home team and for the home league table now. UCC na worry.
Yeah, last Saturday na worry.
Wow, 11 matches so fi. We pick 12 points. Coach Willie. Oya tete honestly. If you on Nyazi. Na interestingly if you know watch 5 goals and we concede 7 in 11 matches, which is very bad. And against no yes, this is a game and called not really. So this is what draw with fear. But then Mensah was what one matches with fear no. This is the reason why I want my make cast the members for one. But good thing for that man, they be a point build up no. What the baby kakra. But I really with fear now. What point in your become one. Next season, ever no. Not clubs are what central region had they no. Obi be arable womb. Because about the business end of the league now. Economy should be. It's not only about performance. One one's in or better. And this is the kind of result. And I'm expecting that against New Dubiasino, at least where you do not pick a 3 points now. Now we say, I'm opening to be able to keep course are now. When you know one can say if you know, and Yazi, into a new book a craving panel, either I'll pick a 3 point, and I'll point if you win some. And that is about UCC Fran once one result to know one koye. Respect check drafts discipline, no 1-3-1. Saturday, some catch our day. Yes, any a drafts, yeah, you know, a pro queen. But I should respect, but be a what that. And a competition between one or you draw all blacks now. Maybe some of these games you make statements. It's against dwarfs, or make a statement in Honum. And the first half, and I was draft 3-0. Until first minute, and I was starting 4th minute, and I was starting 42nd minute, and a 45 plus 3 minutes, and I will complete the game no. And I feel Hafiz a lesson in the second half 68 minutes no. And I'll be the consolation no, or the man or your respect for now. Brass for quite win results now your favorable Colusi or Honum. And I feel Confess I chase Sharks shown by goal to 0. It was a game I can't wahade. Sharks na kasa one from this, especially away performances no. Ruby or to that. Now I today BBF club no. Me who the confidence I was about one game.
Sharks
and Sharks and those days they were very vibrant. Supporters no, actual management no, actual club owner and how always why one yamana. Now expectations no was so. But this is the one I can one start here. Coupled with that, my final so quite no. Now I said that the aura around the club no. Nini na oko. Confess that this is the one I can so one share that one yazi. But then when you Sharks no, at least what tomorrow so pick 1-3 maximum pointer. Result no koye. But result of ya will be not a shock no. Was to draw all blacks against all the quite heroes no. Yes, it was a game I make one number expected there. Double chance no. Should be an advantage for the home team no. But so draw blacks are there. Baby I do so once one you careful one training yards no bottom na one so for na so honum because now one last games now wa bono result no koye inform one. I think the Lucy was a massive your stars honum and a respect shown by 2-1. But subsequent games against mysterious drafts no and we winning by 2-1. And after was answer what to debut. And this year one man league no we be say table na no ma show basa the two clubs no watch the one hours no Auburn Kafuni nyina won. And I'm not surprised because actually in terms of organization, players quality, actually once the Kasam Nazina, Bibia Koye Honum, 50 points between the two sides, we still have more matches to play.
Sure.
Obey interest in Honum. And then she won't go to Nusa Washington.
Aye.
All Blacks are actually 42. Rose Park actually 45. All Blacks have conceded 16.
Yeah.
Rose Park have conceded 15.
And now we are plus 30 plus 26.
Yes.
Aye.
So interestingly, I'm a league to my identity. Yes, on this season, no.
Rose Park
and then
All Blacks.
All Blacks.
Oh my God, no. We are the team. Oh my God, RT what team. Level on the team. How high the team? I can't the end why didn't.
Yes, it is.
All right.
No to my question. How are the two clubs and other clubs a bien no? Obesobo compete on them. I had in a film would have to be careful. They need to be tactful on them. That my mindset and we create out to one of them. One time my team say bien no bien for now was in them fumble. My mom come creating or be quite boardroom point to be. And when I come on them was the pressure was a two. Ghana football and Kasano and this time I'm a product team about qualifying should be on merit.
Na say Okobona say I will call Lucy. No be is one qualified player. Man ko kan na. Man ko kan.
About to my account but I am not suspicious no.
It's one
you competition on your fair. That's what I'm preaching.
Okay.
But respect for no. Rose Park wants one sister club in ye.
Mediama, aye.
But Ruby, it's not possible. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, with the community. But why is a club in the name of Rose Park?
No wife, no.
Na no kunso bɔ league ni bi with Mediama. Na wa qualify na sa waba.
Ebi a man say e be hwe ho asem.
Okay,
my course net here from Rasubi, Range Royal Hotel, Royal Easter Hangout, Adama, and I'm a course no Hazakes, and Halifax Queens, able 2-2 this weekend, 2-2 and a PMua, Ankoyama Hazakes, Nemom no Jonina. Omoche Ami etwa by 3-0 our honor. I had other results ebe to do later on at the amount. Mefa course net here for Rasubi. Ghana Premier League Division 1 League. Any other issues discuss 0244 408 046 0244 408 046 and 0244 408 354 0244 408 354. Fena also F adventure F abra Jumedi Nusubi.
The real sports is here. No, it's caught in no man's land. It's Kastle FM. The sports king.
0244 408 046 and 0244 408 354. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pacho din baby free and free.
So Poma Mensah.
Oh, Masa iti on paying.
On the Pemea Quenja Micham or Kastle from Movina, Yamin Kong no more Pumina, 10 days to meet you. You go about the upper working at one point. Then the strength we said grass there. Among but no one wouldn't work here. Now, Israel, not one skip fancy in there. Open if you watch somewhere the map. Oh, pay for Mamma was up with the heart and what blue to do the games now. Oh, Mamma, the names won't phone for me to either way, but next year, you two are qualified. I am
Meda said, well, every year, as a mother asked now. Every season, we are. If I'm question next season, if I'm question next season, if I'm question next season. Afibia, if I'm question next season, not dwarfs, Egusua, 18 million team. Hello, good morning. Ten Hagany.
This should be Pony.
Paul, it's here.
This should be an academic power.
Yeah, that's it.
This should be, I think, the main marker or House of Folk. And it that, in fact, Benjamin Asari who deserve as a good man for Fantasy. In the actual savings all year House of Folk now. This should be get. Made them too much House of Folk better and a 2. But maybe a monk bomb was in a papa. And the House of Folk goalkeeper says, Mobile about it. And let them pray and also the Mugu. We should be more paying about the power. Because no one there obeying what to my them, go all the way, all but not that. Because it might be the Bumbo way to go or wash and a day. All brought them pay for free. But oh, yeah, do to not say the Mugu. One about it.
Medase Paul. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Agenda boy.
Miss
Agenda is here.
We can radio. Hey, maybe.
Edumana say, Eduma business and business in ye.
Now, but for a fishing in the young. They say, this is a mother we near. There will be a carcass be our winning match. You shame, you know, now, girls, Mrs. Drewan, a buffet, a man. And I get as an noise. They used to maybe 5 good, 11 matches 50. Oh, very bad, very bad. Missy, Bajo, Mukade, one group, Mukade, Combat.
Agenda, Ampa, Mate. Agenda, let us say hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Babaski.
Miss Ruby.
Babaski, it's you.
Miss Ruby, in fact, you chase Kuchi, said a man or Bayadana or Bahana with Janukono, Janukono. Abai, now, Abakuchini. Now, Miss Ruby, the man in Kuki. Ana we plan na abadian.
Nkuku be.
Chase nkuku.
On plan to bobi.
Na player on play na bench Chase angasa ye defense one or Papa Chan. Miss will be Mensah under ni in the middle of your crown 1.0 bia ba 1 kwi yabafanda mala kimfesa wansu baby wada no ye nti so why get 3 points next few matches na ya hwene ye win a match na away match bi o pa ko so ball twin ye meye na ya get 3 points na ye hu de bebe gina ni gina ye a nka obobo pa medase na ya meye ju
medase hello good morning.
Good morning Miss Udi
Honorable Jaru
Bajapom today
boko pa honorable
answer left point no the against Arsenal no ya it you because you don't punish here na Karifu na kisi wutu wide no wasoko by the end of I part of game watala no case won kumuzi no odubi e mentu aso oche obinimo wa se bi media fufu na yin we yedumu na se bottle bomb with a media na nje bomb also kan wa asema wejuma na don kodo nje ka se yi go modern okasa no do mature person because ojo yin afraba na to be ga media so wa anta weche wejuma baby han on yi da na ko to coach ni bona baro on easy because it's Heart of Lions form wo no na ko to form wo no si akbo wa wona yeah because they again no get delay dia dey pick up yeah Africa yan ko 10-1 enyem yidma
may I say hello good morning.
Good morning Miss Obi
me pacho Ten Hag ni
Miss Obi Ten Hag
it's you
Miss Obi the boyfriend del match yo
no
United na City
friendly derby pa
Miss Obi na the Kastle no boy inside penalty one jam here many reason why I want you know but how to focus yeah share goal guy no say na tender ball to from afar muhu bia check papa from how to focus ina Benjamin Afutu no ball but it's okay is muhu bia check papa from how to focus we need to win 1-0 you know a good call man and you John Miss Obi
may I say hello good morning.
Good morning Miss Obi
me pacho cheba phone ye
Miss Obi cheba phone
cheba phone Osman na cheba phone na me kan cheba phone me hu no Saturday no me bia boko de
we have a conversation
with us so yeti o
Miss Obi na Heart of Lions nti team bia ne kotoko ebowia na amopasa motakil office wa jendra amopon match na motakil office no Miss Obi asemo nti yenya adusua bia wo Miss Obi da okumase say Andrew okobo draw because on dey na enye better Miss Obi last week we can say we dey free ban ne be ba
me go swama ibusam sla
okay kumo mo hwe na mo tan back to Blaston yeah there Miss Obi ya me eju
okay but I say hello good morning.
Morning Miss Obi
me pacho boss ben
Kami kan hu na fa no ye na iti de nda me di ba me inde enye taye tambe anka me shoda anka idi ama butu ma ta ha ta na na ko to yeti ha pe ni ma ti na oyeden but and the thing me ni ba ba mo mo de bola onya ka do ti ke bo ni so de bo ni ma na ata ba nku be di we ya ota fa o na bi ko ni o ti kita idi ti o ta pe ti di na wa mo me ja fi header se pe no ha de o de shay danka ya danka kutin ko so ke en de gen do start now ni compete no o different to o be do da mo di anin ti en na show mu ne se what you want to do the come on na ti arin be ya dina mo da butu ma de re ko ko ya de ba come mo de butu ma ko na we ni ni ma ti na me it me onye ne
Meda say also when I was on campus at CCTU staying at Polycam hostel about 2 months ago during the GPL break caused by Pole's death, FKK mentioned that some teams would use the break to rebuild and strengthen their squad. He specifically mentioned Dreams FC, and just look at them now. They've won all their matches since the GPL resumed. Noble scholar Tycoon at the Fibra Zongo and the Abampa. I said Dreams here. Say break here no juma ndio makoye pa my juma. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeti wanope.
Simple.
Baga.
Yeah, simple baga. Yeah. It's me. I am the pastor of Black Sabbath. Them is the power of Sabbath and I'm
mayo, I'm nyamaye. Hey, I'm mayo.
Oh, Black Sabbath. The Obama must graduate. Don't just graduate and it's a catchable. So you say, and the Copium was a, there's a Copium was a, there's an Indian one. And it's not a phone.
Medase, of course. Hey, na say Swedro ba Premier League mudi ene. Say Hane Swedro de he ya. Ye Premier League games have show Central Region Hanum say ya brim point say all blast which media about they say na ye we. So good morning to you, Miss Ruby, and your able pundits. Place Rose Park was established to replace Asante Gold as soon as they qualify for the Premier League. Oh, debut was established to replace Asante Gold. I know when they establish it, I didn't know what's Range Royal Hotel, Royal Easter Air Hangout, TNA Papa. Easter is just around the corner. And when Range Royal Hotel, let the activities be they go Kwemwe Babwa. Ama yeni aji Easter holiday si muntisha so say 18th to 21st April. Range Royal Hotel, Good Friday, basi 18th April. A family day out, I will poolside or 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Easter Saturday near 19th April, and a kids day out and Canada, Omuneba poolside or 10 a.m. 7 p.m. Easter Sunday 20th April, a Bay de Pa special branch at the restaurant and lunch, Bromadia Bra. Now after church, ya benya ba be shiemu agye ni ye no adwane wo fie ye ba Regua Hotel abedi dia no magye ni nyom papa pass atas to enye fedi agro. Na it's a live music na kan o pa de ma wonti bra Easter Sunday Regua Hotel. Na Easter Monday no Easter family day out. Intebusafo nyina bakọ ho ma ye kunu no mo ye ma ye papa no mo ye uncles ye aunties obia Regua Hotel ne bakọ Easter Monday no. Almost so many games I be mo ani agye. Obeso make a crap obo table tennis kakra bouncy castle from Kodano FIFA 25 games for guys and any man in Bono. Wobi amrabi Easter holiday CD, it's all about Range Royal Hotel. Omo Cape Costa second rate brebi. Ni ti boabo ho ye pa Alfred boabo ho ene prophetess mum pesi kansie because ene anyis kakase bi a Regua Hotel 30 Ghana 50 Ghana 100 Ghana ene edi keten ya ti obi a omodi anomra na Easter holiday si enye de mra no wona ni manche bia few about a week ni na ye Regua Hotel for the Easter holiday baba de ana Fred 0312 003 222 or 0501 672 908. Red Royal Hotel, they're richly inviting, comfortably yours. Yeah, the West C, Bedin had the Miss Ruby Adams, Osman FKK, what's your monka, Alfred, and the Kopiemo live on Facebook. Yeah, there was a piece of Pewaje bread. Now on here, it's not, yeah. A new week, any ashas, yeah, what's now? UEFA Champions League night. Enye easy ochna games akesia wo hono mi papa better san opana fe ye be games ni matumi di ama wo na yetumi edi enkomo any other interesting stories sir ye sabe kenya de be bro we show you. So once again me kona mencha Mr. Frederick Apia, we are deputy director of finance our Cape Coast Technical University CCTU. Mr. Frederick Apia yancha wano pay na yebekasa pa shake onso CCTU mamencha onso hono mo adwumaden a mobo e wo hono mo ye fa wonsi akopon ya no be hye na Monday ye kwe kama adwema ne ho ntel dwumadie no Osman Adamu wotna asna fe what media to house so koso a na mo afidie no and hanum say have a wonderful week. Bye bye.